back by Oklahoma Baptist.
A game that I think tested ORU maybe more than they even thought. I heard Paul Mills in his post-game remarks. He made this comment. He said, you know what, the team they beat played Kentucky to 18 points.
That experience
so he
provides
said,
me insight into
that
how
team
insurance companies
just
operate.
beat that team that lost to Kentucky by 18, meaning Kentucky's only 8 points better than OBU. He said that I'm certain tongue-in-cheek, but he also meant that with the utmost respect for an OBU team that still is trying to...
Call McIntyre Law for a meeting at no cost to you. We are McIntyre Law and will fight for you.
Still trying to gel. Oklahoma Baptist is moving all kinds of different pieces. You have a great guard in Burke Putnam last year. Now you get Paul King to replace with him. Trey Dooms did not play last year. Trey Dooms is coming up with a stretch up to the rim. He is such an athletic player off the dribble.
Last year, OBU broke a 3-game all-time skid against Washburn, a 69-63 victory in Topeka. OBU shot 52% for the floor, including 56% and 6 of 8 from beyond the arc in the first half. You mentioned Burke Putnam, he had 22 points, 9 boards. Shaquan Sims chipped in with 17. Sims knocked down 5 triples. Forward Justin 10 rounded out the team's players in double figures with 10. You know what's common among all those guys? None of them on the floor tonight. They're all gone. And so this is almost an entirely new roster in which Washburn will face OBU in the return game.
And I say it every time I mention Washburn. Washburn has gone to Allen Fieldhouse and won at Kansas. So it's always a big win when the Bison can beat them. And not only did the Ichabods win in the past at Kansas, they've won 69-63 this year over Augustana, who's ranked 18th in the country.
I'm going to correct you. They beat Augustana 75-46 and slipped by William Jewell 70-63. That has been the number that has stood out to me and stood out to me is what they did to a top 20 team on a neutral floor. Absolutely obliterating a very good Augustana team, winning by a total of 29 points, 75-46. We told you this is the 5th meeting all time between the two programs. The first meeting was in Oklahoma City in 1938. Washburn was a 35-18 winner. The Ichabods won in 1960, 2018. That game was in Bethany at the Sawyer Center in a non-conference classic, and then OBU winning last year 69-63. We have a special pregame guest coming up. It is Zach Frazier, who recently was named to a new position here on Bison Hill. He is the Assistant Athletic Director for Revenue Operations. Zach will join us next. This is Bison Basketball for the Bison Sports Network on Classic Hits, KGFF. Bob, are you there? Keep talking to me. I can now. Yes, I can. Is that what it is? Can you hear me, Zach? Yeah. Welcome back here courtside of the Noble Complex. Todd Miller, the crew, with you on the Bison Sports Network tonight at KGFF, AM 1450 and 100.9 FM here at Shawnee. We told you we have a special pregame guest tonight, the guy that's very familiar to fans of Bison football and being around the athletic department, Zach Frazier, the Assistant Athletic Director for Revenue Generation. Zach, it's a position that you've known about for some time, but since your eligibility now is officially over on the football field, it's time to roll up your sleeves and get to work making dreams happen for student athletes here on Bison Hill.
Absolutely. Is being the great opportunity to have done it before, being able to understand the areas of growth and also what OBU does so well, being able to convey that dream to the public at large and to kind of set up these athletes for opportunities going forward that I didn't get to have as a student athlete. And that's not necessarily to say that that's not the dream that we want to build here at OBU, but now we're trying to get the resources to actually put that dream into action.
All right, what is your exact duties? You're going to be visiting with a lot of people. You're going to be doing a lot of fundraising, hosting some off-campus events I think that you're excited about as well.
Absolutely. So all things from handling our sponsorships here, the local businesses or businesses from the local community that want to support OBU athletics, handling those interactions, fundraising as a whole, as you mentioned, the Bison Athletic Association handling the donations that go through there. Me and Nick Weisenborn are handling that as he's our associate AD. So kind of all things raising money and raising resources to provide this campus with the best opportunities we can going forward.
Everybody has always believed you've had the best for this university at heart. You had other opportunities right out of football to go do other things. As you kind of touched on, you want to use this as an opportunity not only to start your career, but to give back to student athletes as well.
Well, and part of it is just give back to the university as a whole, right? This university has given me opportunity after opportunity, whether it's in football, academics-wise, or now vocationally, being able to give back to an institution that's given so much, not only to me, but to student athletes across not only the U.S., but you think about our international student athletes that come over in track and field and baseball and some of our other sports. This university and this institution does nothing but give athletes opportunity. And if I can now pour back into the university and give those athletes some of the opportunities I had, that would be my ultimate goal.
Well, and I've always said this, sometimes I think OBU is a victim of their own success, especially in the past days where in the NAI it wasn't necessarily a money game. Now you've really ratcheted up things at the Division II level, and you're competing with people that have great facilities. They have a lot of the extras for student athletes. OBU has a lot of those things, but they can still have more, right?
Well, absolutely. You think about some of the recent changes we've made here. The Noble Complex getting redone here recently, the film room, who's right behind us right now, and some of the great facilities that we have across the whole entire university as a whole, and then what we have planned for the future is really exciting on campus here.
All right, what goals personally have you set? I know you just started this job, but there has to be things. You're a pretty goal-oriented guy. Where do you stand in that?
For me, really, I just want to see the university grow, whether it's from a fiscal standpoint or just from a success standpoint. You know, this university has set themselves in a place where it can be a launching pad for success, not only for the teams here, but just for the university as a whole. And while athletics is a big part of what we do, obviously, if athletics is successful, the university grows as a whole. And so I think for us, especially in the athletics department, growth is the mindset, growth is the word, and we just want to see it move forward.
Obviously, this job did not start for you officially until after your football career was over. But how did the opportunity present itself? Was it something that was brought forward and said, hey, take some time to think about this, we'd love to have you on board?
Absolutely. I kind of was snooping around on kind of what jobs were available on the website and stuff, and I saw the role become available, and it was something I was automatically interested in. But obviously, me had already committed to coming back for my fifth year. We kind of had to wait until I was over with, and so I talked to Coach Dav and their team, and we talked about, you know, Ken, if this opportunity, if you could wait, I would love to take this when I'm done playing. And they were able to kind of push it off. I know it's a role they needed to fill, but they were able to be patient with me and wait until I was done playing to be able to step into this role in a full capacity.
Can't be anybody better to go out and sell the university than somebody that's had the experience for 5 years that you've had. I mean, some people can go out and sell something, but they may not entirely believe in what they're selling. That's not the case with you.
No, absolutely not. I can sell the people, and that's what I tell people all the time. Anybody that's here, you can speak to it. Anybody that's been around any of our programs here, I don't have to go out and sell anything. This university, this program, this athletics department sells itself. The community wants to be involved with this university because this university does things to the utmost of its ability and does things extremely well. And when you do things the right way all the time to the best of your ability, people want to support you. And that's all it is just putting our athletes, our brand out in front of people and understanding the brand sells itself because of the way we operate here across the board at OBU.
Zach Frazier, the newly named Assistant Athletic Director at Oklahoma Baptist for Revenue Generation. Is it too early to talk about or at least make mention of a big pet project you have coming up in the spring?
Probably a little bit too early, but I think I'm really excited to see kind of as we get into the end of this semester and look forward into the next semester, where we're able to take our athletic department with some big events coming forward.
How about we say golf? Look forward to it in the spring.
I love playing golf, so that's always a good place to start.
If you're hosting, though, you're not going to be able to play golf.
Oh, I'll see what I can do.
Good to see you, my friend. Hey, have you healed up? You said a couple of weeks after your last game you'd be fine.
Yes, we still have a couple of weeks. So, I was lucky enough to be able to compete at the end of my career, maybe not up to par of where I wanted to be. But every day is getting better. Not having to bang on it all day during practice and stuff has definitely made the recovery process a lot easier.
You had told me at one point, you said, you give me 2 weeks to a month off, you're going to feel like a brand new man.
And I did. Especially, I kind of just had an aggregation of dinks and dunks that had kind of hindered me across the course of the year. And so getting that 3 weeks off in the middle of the year kind of put a battery pack in my back to make a push for the end of the season. And that was definitely probably one of the main reasons I was able to play those last couple games.
How about those guys at the other end? Good basketball team, aren't they?
They are. I'm excited to watch. These guys, this group of guys that Coach Akers put together is a talented group. You got a lot of guys, a couple of guards that are new to the program but able to step in and kind of lead the offense, even coming from a place where you haven't maybe had the reps that you would want in live action. But you're seeing this group gel together really quickly in front of your eyes, and they're only going to go forward from here.
Gel together, that's a term I used earlier with the pregame show in basketball. And believe it or not, that's really your favorite sport. You told me tonight again. How long do you feel like it takes for guys to gel together, especially at this level?
Well, and usually you see a gel first on the defensive end, right? Because defense is more about just effort and persistence than anything. And so you'll see this group, this OBU group, they're tenacious, even though you may be undersized at the moment because of some injuries and some things that have happened to this team. But you'll see the tenacity and the effort that this squad plays with. Defensively, you'll kind of see that catch up first. The offensive side is where things kind of need to gel. It takes time, right? You can expect probably, a quarter of the way through the year, once you start getting your transitions in, you start running, knowing where your guys' spots are, where they're going to spot up, how they're going to come off the screens, all that kind of stuff, you can really start to see this offense gel and be scary.
All right. People don't have to sit around and wait for Zach to contact them. They can contact you. How do they go about reaching out?
I would just reach out to my email. That's the best way to do it, zachary.frazier@okbu.edu. And I would love to get the chance to talk to you about this wonderful university and how you can support athletics here.
Great to see you, my friend.
Absolutely, likewise.
Zach Frazier visiting with us here with the pregame show. Great guy. He's going to do a great job for the athletic department. Recently named the assistant athletic director for Revenue Generation. We'll step aside. Scott returns, and we'll have a look at tonight's game with Washburn as our pregame show continues. This is Bison Basketball for the OBU Bison Sports Network on Classic Hits, KGFF. Okay, I'm still getting terrible feedback.
You saying you were getting feedback when Zach was talking? You and him?
No, when I'm on air.
Really? Okay. All right. That's weird. I don't know.
Todd Miller, Scott Wattis, the crew back here with you courtside at the Noble Complex tonight. Washburn and Oklahoma Baptist coming up here at the bottom of the hour. OBU guards Paul King and Trey Dooms are off to hot starts in their first season of action on Bison Hill. Each has reached double digits in all 4 contests this year and is shooting over 40% for the field. Furthermore, with a combined 136 points, they are the highest scoring duo in the Great American Conference. Last week, Dooms led all scorers with outings of 25 and 14 against Missouri Western State and Oral Roberts. Dooms averaged 19.5 points per contest on 14 of 25 shooting, 56%, and made good on 11 of 13 attempts for the charity stripe. Additionally, he is tied for first on the team in steals with 4, assists with 9, and he ranks second in rebounds as well. Among those 9 assists were 5 against Oral Roberts University. He really did a great job passing the basketball and setting up his teammates on Saturday night in that exhibition loss to Division I, Oral Roberts. The Bison come in averaging 72-3 a game. They give up 77-3. OBU shoots 45% from the floor, holding the opposition at 42%. The Bison were 9 of 22 from three-point range, and Oral Roberts 33% is OBU for the season beyond the arc. They average 7 makes from beyond the arcs, while their opponents are shooting 33% and averaging 8 makes per contest. The boards, though, have been a major concern. They are beat out rebounded by 9 boards of the season and offensively by a net of 25, 64-39. Turnover margin, though, is a different story. Jason Akers' bunch is averaging a +1 turnover margin, giving up 15.3 a game while turning the opposition over 16 times. OBU among the conference best early in the season at assists with 12.3, steals with 8.5. Their block shot total down just a little bit with 11 through 4 official ball games, an average of 2.8. In the first half this year, the Bison have been outscored by a collective 23 points. In the second half, they've been better, outscoring their opponents 152-149 for a margin of +3. Tonight, Washburn is in town. The Ichabods are 2-2. They own wins over number 18 Augustana 75-46 and William Jewell 70-63. They've lost to one Great American Conference school already. That was Henderson State 79-73. That was in their season opener in Kansas City. Their only other road game was their last contest in Kansas City against Rockhurst, where they lost to Rockhurst 79-70. Offensively, the Ichabods add 72 a game while giving up just under 67. Their scoring margin is +5.3 per ball game. They shoot 42% for the floor, and they average 8.5 makes per ball game while shooting 72% for the free throw line. The Bison have struggled for the foul line this year. They average only 10 makes per ball game and almost 20 trips to the line. They're shooting 69.5% for the season. Washburn of the year is averaging a rebound margin of 1.8 per ball game, and they've been +7 on the offensive glass, 50-43. The Ichabods are +1.8 in turnover margin, forcing 15+ per ball game. Washburn averages 12.8 assists, 8.5 steals, and 3 blocks with a total of 12 through 4 ball games. We'll be back and have some other statistical notes as tip-off is just around the corner. It's the first ever visit to the Noble Complex tonight for Washburn University as they take on Oklahoma Baptist. We'll pause for these messages. This is Oklahoma Baptist basketball presented by the Bison Sports Network on Classic Hits KGFF. Figure scores is DJ Freeman, the sophomore from Midwest City, averaging 12.8 points per ball game and 7.8 rebounds. Last week, he averaged 14.5 points per ball game. He tallied 18 in the exhibition loss on Oral Roberts. What is significant about that is for Freeman, the 18 points, had it counted and not been an exhibition game, it would have been tied for the second most points he's had in his career that is a little more than a year old here on Bison Hill. Last year, he had 18 in a road loss at Henderson State. He also tallied 20 in the first of two regular season meetings with SWASU. Leading scorer for Washburn entering tonight's game is Connor Diefenbaugh. He averages 13.3 points per ball game and 2 rebounds. Also in double figures is Andrew Orr, a 6'8 sophomore from Overland Park, Kansas. He's averaging 10.3 points per ball game and 5.8 rebounds. Rockhurst, last time out against Washburn, set a Washburn opponent high in field goal percentage at almost 46%. The Ichabods also gave up 9 three-pointers in that 79-70 loss in Kansas City to Rockhurst. Scott, Washburn is tested. They played a good schedule. They played one nationally ranked team. They played Henderson State, the preseason number 2 team in the Great American Conference. Rockhurst is always good. William Jewell is an improving program. And yet they played 3 of their 4 games decided by a total of 22 points. None larger than 9, at least in 3 of the 4. And in that stretch, they're 1-2.
Washburn, you got to watch out for them anytime. But I'm really confident for Oklahoma Baptist tonight, coming off that big win, not win, but the good showing at Division I Oral Roberts. You got class relief coming back down to Division II, even though Washburn is a great program. Washburn can win on any court. And then last year, with Oklahoma Baptist beating Washburn without 2 top players, Brantley Thompson and Harrison Stoddard, Thompson got hurt in that game. Of course, now you got just Trey Green was Trey Green and DJ Freeman, the 2 starters tonight were the only 2 that played in that contest. So you have a different bit of a mix. You alluded to that earlier in the pregame about how OBU is still looking to gel. So there's some things to happen, but of course you don't want to gel until January.
Take a look at the Great American Conference standings very early. In fact, during the first month of the season, 4 teams are unbeaten. 1 is winless. That team is Arkansas Tech. The unbeatens are East Central along with Harding. Both are 4-0. Ouachita is 2-0. Northwestern is 1-0. Northwestern tonight hosting Manhattan Christian College up in Alva. Again, it's fair to say, Scott, not all schedules are created equal, so it's hard to tell just out of the gate who is who, but again, 4 teams are unbeaten. Southern Nazarene is 2-1, Southeastern is 1-1, Southern Arkansas is 2-2. UAM, Henderson State, and Oklahoma Baptist, along with Southwestern, are all 1-2. Arkansas Tech is 0-3 entering play on this Tuesday night. I know this. I bet there's not a bad team in the bunch this year, and it is going to be a tough race. And that's why I think games against teams that Jason Aker wants to put on the schedule are paramount and so important when the calendar gets into December and then January, late January, and into February.
Hats off to Jason Aker. He always plays these tough games. Had that festival here last year. This year went up to Nebraska at Wayne State, Morehead State. Plays a tough team, going to West Texas A&M, wanted to go to Oral Roberts. Of course, Washburn did play at Kansas State, their first game of the season and exhibition as well. But hats off to Jason Aker playing these tough games.
ShopOUBison.com is the home for the very best and officially licensed Bison apparel from brands like Adidas, Callaway Golf, Columbia, and Under Armour. Visit ShopOUBison.com today and take advantage of fast shipping and industry-leading customer service. ShopOBUBison.com is the official online store of OBU Athletics. Scott, I think as always, keys to the game have to be the boards. OBU has gotten better. They were hammered 2 weeks ago up in Nebraska, represented themselves well at Oral Roberts and very well against Missouri Western here last Thursday night. But you can't go into the conference schedule with a rebound margin of almost 10 to the negative side.
Well, you can't do it in conference for sure, and you don't want to do it against Washburn at the beginning. Against Oral Roberts, if you remember, Oklahoma Baptist is down 16 at intermission, and a lot of that reason is giving Oral Roberts second chance points. Sometimes there were second, third, fourth points. OBU cannot do that, have got to get a body on the crashers on the boards.
That is tonight's pregame show. Back with the starting lineups and the opening tip-off. It's Washburn and Oklahoma Baptist next on the Bison Sports Network in Classic Hits, KGFF. Yes, sir? No, we're not now.
Good evening and welcome to Maynard Arena.
Okay.
Tonight's matchup features the Washburn University Eagles and your Oklahoma Baptist University Bison.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we please rise, join us for tonight's invocation, and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Okay. Okay.
Dear Lord, we thank you for
Thank you
this
so
day.
much.
Thank you for every day that you give to us. Thank you for saving us by sending your son. We just pray for the safety of the players in tonight's game, that they play to the best of their ability. Keep everyone safe this week as they travel. And just
Thanks for checking.
blessings. In your name we pray, amen.
Okay. Conference basketball, it's time for a big non-GAC matchup tonight between Washburn and Oklahoma Baptist. The Ichabod's are 2-2. Last year they had a 3-game win streak in the series, snapped with Oklahoma Baptist as the Bison went to Topeka and came away with a 69-63 victory. One that at the time, Scott, proved to be very costly because Brantley Thompson went down with an ankle injury that he never quite recovered from, but still, after missing about 6 weeks, was able to come back and be a factor for another 20-win team.
You know, you say names like Brantley Thompson, it just springs memories of the years past. What a great player he was. Harrison Stoddard, Hicklin, Deshaun Lowry, just have new good players come in every single year. Such a great program here at OBU. Huge win at Washburn last year, as you mentioned, with Thompson going down in that game. And now OBU's got the luxury of having Washburn on their home court.
Here's a look at the starting lineups. First of all, for the Ichabod's out of Topeka, Kansas, Jordan Vincent will start, a 6'4 redshirt freshman from Wichita, averaging 7.5 points and 2.5 rebounds. Connor Diefenbaugh is a 6'3 junior from Fayetteville, Arkansas. He averages almost 32 minutes of playing time a game, 13 points and 2 rebounds while shooting almost 40% from the floor. Levi Braun will start, a 6'4 sophomore from Topeka, averaging 8.8 points per ball game and 2.8 rebounds. Michael Keegan is a 6'6 sophomore from Dyersville, Iowa, averaging 5.8 points per ball game and 6.8 rebounds. And Andrew Orr is a 6'8 sophomore from Overland Park, Kansas, averaging 10 points and 5.8 rebounds. Here the starters tonight is Vincent Diefenbaugh, Braun, Keegan, and Orr. Brett Ballard in his 6th season with Washburn, 106-51, 1-1 against OBU. Ichabod's have made 4 NCAA tournament appearances in his first 5 years. He's a former head coach at Baker, spent 7 years at his alma mater under Bill Self at Kansas. Also was an assistant at the University of Tulsa and Wake Forest under Danny Manning. Here's Jason Akers starters tonight. They'll shake it up a little bit. Trey Dooms will come off the bench. Bradley Akile will start, a 6'7 senior from Houston and a transfer from the University of Incarnate Word, averaging 7 points, 3.8 rebounds. DJ Freeman, who's had 11 in all 3 games that have counted this year, 18 in the exhibition at ORU, a 6'6 sophomore from Midwest City, averaging 12.8 points per ball game and 7 rebounds. Ricky Brown is a 6'2 junior from Valdosta, Georgia, averaging 6 points and 4 rebounds. Paul King is a 5'11 sophomore from Monroe, Louisiana, a transfer from Alcorn State. Had games of 22 and 23 in his first 2 contests. Had 11, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, and 2 steals at ORU. For the year, King averaging 17 points and 2 rebounds. And the 5th starter tonight for Oklahoma Baptist is Pregame, a Sooner State product out of Kingfisher, 6'2", and a 4th-year junior. Trey averages 5 points and 3 rebounds per ball game. Jason Aker is 75 and 40, a winning percentage of .652 on Bison Hill. At home, he has won 43 of 51 ball games. He needs 7 wins to move into the top 6 of career coaching victories on Bison Hill. As right now, he's in pursuit of Victor Hurt. 2 NCAA tournament appearances, a record of 1-1 against Washburn for Aker, and all-time Jason 4-5 against MIAA schools. Washburn in the powder blue uniforms with navy numerals and lettering trimmed in white. OBU in the home white and gold trimmed in gray, and here we go. Andrew Orr, jump center against DJ Freeman, and Washburn has controlled the opening tip. They'll bring it into the front court. With the basketball is Jordan Vincent. He lobs it down low, cutting to the goal and laying it in as Diefenbaugh. And just like that, it's 2-0 Ichabod's with just 15 seconds gone here with the first period.
Boy, backdoor cutter on Trey Green. You don't see Trey Green give up that kind of layup.
King bounces it down low, pass a little offline. Ricky Brown unable to retrieve it, and that is turnover number 1 for the Bison.
Great call at the beginning of the tip. Tip it out, Orr goes back up to the top side, backside drive to the bucket from the left wing.
Vincent dribbling around, pressured by Paul King, lobs it foul line left for Andrew Orr. It goes to Vincent. Vincent guarded by King, lobs it left baseline for Orr. Orr with 12 to shoot, backing down, goes left to right, puts Freeman to the spin cycle, and then going left to right again, throws it in. Andrew Orr with good footwork in the paint, and it's 4-0 the lead for the Ichabod.
Exact same play as off the tip. Orr gets the first entry pass on the left elbow, was looking for the back cutter. That time OBU carded it.
Freeman to King, kick out right corner, the 3, good. OBU gets their first basket of the night from long distance. It's a Tequila 3, and for Bradley, that's his 5th made in 13 tries. 4-3 Ichabods. 18:41 to play here in the first half. Another backdoor cut. This one to Keegan as they find him out high on a good pass from Diefenbaugh, and Keegan gets his first basket. 6-3 now, the Washburn lead.
Todd, that was just a simple coming out, overplaying the passing lane, and then the receiver just cuts to the basket. OBU can't give up those layups.
King bounces right corner for Green. Green backing down, pump fakes, leans, goes up, shot was blocked. Freeman playing volleyball underneath, loses it, but it's off Washburn out of bounds. So it'll stay with Oklahoma Baptist as here comes Trey Dooms in off of the bench for the first time this year. Trey is a 6'3 senior from Atlanta, transfer from Tennessee Chattanooga, began his career out of Atlanta where he was one of the best high school players in his era at the University of West Virginia University. Paul King gets the inbounds pass to Doom, foul line right, crosses over, throws it right into Orr's gut. Ball free on the floor, Orr rips it free and now is able to dig it out. Washburn forces a second OBU turnover. Up ahead is Vincent, cutting him off on the baseline is Freeman. They'll set in the half-court offense. Washburn leading 6-3. Vincent into the paint. Bounces at top of the circle. Looked like Braun got by with steps. He goes up, has it knocked away. Brown was about to run it down, and a foul at midcourt called against Vincent. That's going to be number 1 on the Ichabods.
Well, that was a good play by Vincent because Brown had a breakaway dunk. Vincent just grabbed around the abdomen of Brown as he's breaking away.
Bradley Akile, who has the only points thus far in the ball game for OBU, checks out. Green is back in. 6-3 Washburn with 17:53 to play here in the first half. Ricky Brown, junior transfer from Valdosta State in Georgia, to inbound directly in front of our position to Paul King. Washburn in a man-to-man defense. Pressure with the basketball, Diefenbaugh. They'll bounce it left circle for DJ Freeman. The Green, the reverse left side for King. King with the dribble. Dribbles between the legs, tries to get in the paint, throws a lob up, and it's mishandled by Freeman. Another OBU turnover, the second straight and third of the half. Right corner, open 3, Braun. That one skips across the 10. King with a rebound. 2.5 minutes gone, 6-3 Ichabods. Down the paint goes King, pulls up below the foul line, back rims the jumper. Freeman, the leading offensive rebounder, has it for OBU, but he threw it to Vincent. Jordan slows it down, gets a return pass. Now Vincent dumps it down low, turnaround jumper is good, and it's an and one for Andrew Orr.
I think Freeman got pushed down on the floor down there. There was no call when he came along with that rebound from the backside. Nickelbach pushed him. You know, DJ Freeman doesn't get upset, but he was glaring at the official walking back.
First foul of the night against OBU is against Dooms. He checks out. Brown comes out. In is Josh Udomo, and also back in is Akile. 8-3 Washburn. The lead of 5 is their biggest. They led early by 4, and it's now 6-9-3 is Andrew Orr. 3 of 4 for the foul line. Nails his 5th point. Udomo brings it to the front court, sets the table, one hands it across the floor for King, and down low, an offensive foul called against Freeman. They're calling for a push on the right low post, and another OBU turnover, their 3rd straight possession with a turnover, and the first foul of the night against Freeman.
Yeah, we need Freeman in there, too. He fouled out that last home game against Missouri Western, though the Bison won.
Legend Barrett, who tallied 6 points and 3 rebounds at ORU Saturday night, comes in, and Freeman goes to the bench. 9-3 Washburn. This is a critical time early for OBU, and Barrett's going to be called for grabbing Andrew Orr. So Legend Barrett with his first, and 3 different Bison now with a personal foul, with 3 minutes and 10 seconds gone here in the first half.
Well, it looked like Andrew Orr was pushing Legend Barrett out, and Barrett was just trying to hold his ground, but maybe he did grab him.
Diefenbaugh to inbound the basketball. Connor kicks it off left corner for Braun. Braun with the basketball to Vincent out front. Down the paint he goes, draws the contact, throws it up, and skips off, and Trey Green has been called for the foul. And OBU is really frustrated right now with this officiating crew. Trey Green, if you're watching and listening, you can see he is having a conversation with the official on the right wing side.
Well, the whistle, what bothered me was so late. The ball already came off the rim, would hit the floor, and then you get the 2 shots.
Jordan Vincent at the foul line, 7 of 9 as he hits the first. Barrett is out, back in comes Freeman, and the lead blossoms to 11 as the second free throw by Vincent is good.
Yeah, I think that foul was called on Legend Barrett because there's no fouls up on the board for Trey Green.
Barrett is out. Freeman is back in. Right side, DJ angles to the top of the key to Green. Behind the back, gets to the foul line. Leaves it left wing side for Paul King. King down low to Freeman, who goes up left-handed and scores off the block.
Boy, you sit on the bench for one possession, you get all fired up. DJ Freeman very aggressive to the rim.
DJ Freeman has been called for a warning, a delay of game warning. So the next one will result in a technical against the Bison, who somehow, Scott, are within 6, 11-5 on a Washburn team. The Nars have forced 5 turnovers and have shot 4 of 5 here in the first half.
Well, Freeman kept him in it there. He was determined, put the ball on the floor, took it right at the 6'8" Andrew Orr.
5 of the 6 points off turnovers in this ball game belong to the Ichabod's. Keegan with it out front, attacks left, now reverses, cut off near the paint. Out high, it's Braun. He gets a return pass, follow a jumper, no good. Loose ball foul underneath. Andrew Orr is going to pick it up, and he tipped the rebound out. That's the first against Orr and the second against Washburn, with 16:01 to play here in the first half. 11-5 Ichabod's. Paul King is going to check out of the ball game. Trey Dooms will come back in, so it's Akile and Dooms, along with Freeman, Green, and Udome. Udome now will handle the basketball at the point guard position. Bounces it to Dooms, left front court. Trey, a backdoor lob for Udome. Layup is good, and he's fouled. He tipped it up and in, and then got the and one. And the foul is against Vincent. That's his second, and we'll get the under 16 media timeout. 15:49 to play here in the first half. It's Washburn 11, Oklahoma Baptist 7. This is OBU basketball from the Bison Sports Network on Classic Hits, KGFF.
OBU fans, do you want the chance to support OBU student athletes from the convenience of your own mobile device? Text hashtag BAA at OBU to the number 52014 to support BAA student athletes. Donations are fully tax deductible, and every gift makes a difference in the OBU student athlete's life. Again, text hashtag BAA at OBU to the number 52014. For more information, log on to obubison.com. At Boomerang, we are proud to say that word of mouth has filled our restaurants for over 15 years. The appeal to Boomerang covers all ages. Come and visit our Shawnee locations, and you will see why we have been voted Best Burger, Best Breakfast, and Best Waitress.
Back at the Noble Complex, Udomo misses the free throw. A quick three put up right circle, no good. That from Michael Keegan. OBU with a rebound. Bison down 11-7 as Washburn has missed 3 of their last 4 for the field after starting red hot. Orr knocks a pass away from Akile into the Washburn bench. It'll stay with OBU with 13 to shoot as King will replace Udome on the floor for OBU.
How about Udomo on that alley-oop? What great body control. The pass, Vincent gets underneath him, undercuts him. He's sideways and hits the ball off the board.
Green rebounds to King, out high to Akile. 2 dribbles, hands it off to Doom. Shot clock getting deep, 5 to shoot. Trey working to the paint, spins, goes up one-handed, missed it. Great low post defense by Washburn. The ball goes out of bounds off OBU. Turnovers early, 5-1 in favor of OBU. That's not a stat you want to lead. 7 of the 11 Ichabod points also have come off Bison mistakes. 7-0 points turnover advantage for Washburn.
DJ Freeman almost kept another ball alive. That looks like nothing. He tipped it out of bounds, but he does that so often, tips it up to a teammate, tips it up to himself for an extra possession.
Jaden Mundy is out for the first time, sets the table. Braun on a pass from Keegan. Cross courts at right side for Diefenbaugh. He's been quiet here early. Hand off again goes to Monday. Out front to Keegan, guarded by Green in the 2-3 zone. They give up baseline penetration, and Diefenbaugh lays it in. Diefenbaugh now with 4 points, and it's 13-7 Ichabods.
And 8 of the 13 points for the Ichabods have come on easy layup just like that.
Paul King to Green, drives baseline and lays it in. Trey with his first basket. 13-9 Washburn, 14 to play first half.
Just a head fake by Trey Green going back on the left baseline, gets the defender to move, gets underneath him for the layup.
Keegan with it, right front court, Jaden Mundy. OBU hedging, very active in this zone defense. Orr with his back to the basket against Freeman, backs down, goes right to left and puts a hook shot up and in. Andrew Orr with 7 to lead Washburn. Is only their second double-figure score at 10+ a game. 6 minutes deep, the Ichabods lead it by 6.
Or he wasn't a factor last year. He's just a sophomore. Got nice soft hands for a 6'8" guy.
King lost the ball, was nearly tied up, rolls it out, and the tie-up does occur. It'll be OBU basketball with a shot clock halfway down. As into the ball game, Brady Christensen coming off a 19-rebound effort earlier this semester against William Jewell. Just a freshman from Lincoln, Nebraska, will check in. Green to inbound, right baseline. Freeman attacks, goes up against Christensen, missed the turnaround jumper, but Brady hacked him with the wrist. You know what? I'd rather hack DJ Freeman or anybody else right now the way it's going for OBU near the bucket, because they finished very well at the rim, but struggling for the foul line at 69.5%, and it was Udomo a moment ago that missed his only free throw attempt.
One thing that you talked about, the points off turnovers and the turnovers, some of these balls, they're not even being hit by the Ichabods. They're just losing control of the dribble, looking around, losing the basketball.
You're right. Pretty sloppy start for OBU as Freeman knocks down his 3rd point. DJ will try to reduce the advantage to 4 for Washburn with 13:46 to play here in the first half. Sophomore bends, eyes, and scores. He'll check out, and Bradley Akile will check in. 15-11. OBU kind of hanging around Scott. They haven't put that run together. They've weathered a hot start from Washburn, who's hit 6 of the first 9.
Yeah, OBU, it seems like they're expecting a class drop after playing at Division I Oral Roberts. Need to get into some rhythm here.
Right baseline is to Johnny. Now they'll leave it out front for Keegan. Keegan, as the defender falls down, trying to cross-court it. Now he does. Monday corner right three, good. The first three for Washburn. They had missed their first two and shooting 35.5% coming in from beyond the arc. It's a 7-point Ichabod lead.
Great ball movement by the Ichabods. Even though they made that three, I like Oklahoma Baptist, very aggressive on that zone.
Paul King from Trey Green accelerates right, fall away long, two is good. Paul King with his first basket. It's 18-13.
When Paul King hits those running jumpers, that opens it up for him to go to the basket, which he's very good off the dribble.
Paul shooting 40% for the season through 2 games, committed officially, and he takes some tough shots. To Johnny as they work it around the perimeter. It's stolen and saved back in by Green. He intercepted it from Christensen. Only the second Washburn turnover of the afternoon. Akile to King. He'll put up a three. Bang! He got it. Paul King knocks the eyes out of a three. And don't look now, folks, but it's a 2-point game, 18-16.
All set up by Trey Green, coming way down from the right wing for the steal.
Mundy bangs his way to the goal and lays it in.
Wow.
Jaden Mundy took all the contact and was able to get a strong shot off. He has 5. 20-16 Ichabod.
Yeah, Monday initiated all that contact. That's why he didn't get an and one. But like you said, he was so strong with the basketball, still followed through on that shot.
Mundy guards King. Paul tries to drive, backs it out. Left foul line extended. Now he raised for another three. That one is short. Akile had his hands on the rebound, but it's Keegan that has it for Washburn. He brings it to the front court. One hands a pass up ahead to Diefenball to the rim. He goes. It was in and out. Hung on the front of the rim, and OBU with a rebound, and Jason Aker wants a timeout. Timeout, 11:42 to play, first half. Washburn 20, the Bison 16. This is OBU basketball for the Bison Sports Network on Classic Hits, KGFF.
Spending life wisely means taking small steps towards a life of love and impact. And we're here to inspire and empower you along the way. Spend life wisely. First United Bank.
I'm attorney Jordan Klinger, partner at McIntyre Law. Before I came to McIntyre Law, I worked for an insurance company that defends cases. That experience provides me insight into how insurance companies operate. That knowledge helps me get the most for our clients. For way too long, insurance companies and major corporations have pushed around hardworking Oklahomans. McIntyre Law pushes back. If you need someone that tries cases and doesn't just settle, call McIntyre Law for a meeting at no cost to you. We are McIntyre Law and will fight for you.
Washburn leads Oklahoma Baptist University. The Ichabods are led by Andrew Orr, 6'8", 3 for 3 from the floor. He has got 7 points. The Ichabods carry a 14-6 lead in points from the paint and 7-3 lead on points off turnover. For play-by-play, here's Todd Miller.
67% field goal shooting, and yet OBU is almost completely exhausted at one point what was a 7-point deficit. 11:36 to play first half, 20-16. Udomo back out there out of the timeout to Akile. Right front court, it's Freeman against the Ichabod man-to-man. Between the circles, Ricky Brown. Brown is trapped and throws it away. He just got himself committed with nowhere to go. Good defense by Washburn, and for OBU, that's going to be turnover number 6.
Well, Udomo wasn't a very good receiver on that play. He let the Ichabod face guard him, and he just stayed basically in a 1-foot area. He needed to cut closer to the ball handler who picked up his dribble.
Steal from Dooms and a pass out front. Trey to the rim for the bucket. Trey Dooms with his first basket. It comes with just over 11 to play in the first half, and OBU's within 2 again.
Talk about smelling blood in the water. He wanted that pass.
Right baseline, Orr, and he knocks down a mid-range jumper. Orr already with 9 points, and Washburn with another answer to lead 22-18.
And he's 4 for 4 from the floor. Nice soft touch for the sophomore.
Udomo into the front court left side is guarded by Jaden Munday. Now gets a screen right from Freeman. They lob it to Dooms, flips it across the floor. Aquile's three, good for the right corner. Bradley with 2 3-point baskets, and the senior transfer from Houston gives OBU a chance to take a lead. They're only down 1.
Yeah, Akile really got in that rhythm at Oral Roberts when he pulled the Bison within to 5 points in the latter half.
Christensen to to Johnny as he leans for the right block. He missed it, but the rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by OBU. Back into the ball game for the Ichabods is Braun along with Keegan.
You know how I say DJ Freeman times his jump so well? He jumped way early, had his hands down on the way down, blocked that shot straight into the ground.
Hunter Diefenbaugh to inbound, right baseline for Andrew Orr. They double team him. He'll touch it out to Carter, right corner. Back to Andrew. Those are the two leading scorers. Bounces it to a cutting Keegan for the layup.
Wow. Akili came over to double team to help Freeman, but that left his man wide open under the goal.
24-21 Washburn. They've led the entire way, at least for the first 10 minutes of this ball game. Udomo with the basketball with the Bison center circle logo. Gets a screen for Freeman, moves left, now back right. They roll Freeman, who juggles the ball, kicks it left corner for Trey Dooms. Dooms with 8 to shoot to Akile out front. Bradley down the paint, right corner, kick out, 3 on the way. God, the game is tied. Josh Udomo knocks down OBU's 4th 3, and we're tied for the first time at 24.
That's because of the penetration by Akile, right up the lane, kicks it out.
Diefenbaugh almost got himself overcommitted, gets it to Monday, down the paint he goes to Orr, layup good, and a bad foul by Dooms. He was out of position and had no chance to make a play, and it's going to be an and one for Andrew Orr.
Another point-blank shot for Washburn. That's something that we hadn't seen from the OBU defense this season, giving up such easy layups. Hats off to Coach Brett Ballard, some of the plays he's running down there.
Udomo and Dooms are out. Green and King are back in. 26-24 Washburn. OBU again has never had the lead. They've trailed by as many as 7, and Orr, who did his first free throw, rattles that one in and out. 9:26 to play first half. Todd Miller, Scott Wattish with you on the Bison Sports Network and KGFF and Shawnee. 26-24 Washburn. Freeman handles the bounce pass, goes through to the 2 defenders, backdoor and in for the layup.
Nice move by Freeman. He's on the right side, middle of the lane, takes the big jump stop between the defenders with the left hand on the reverse side.
Game tied at 26, 9:04 to play here with the first half. Diefenbaugh clears as he hands a pass off out front. Now gets it back. It's deflected by Green. Trey to a cutter, Akile, and he lost the handle on the way up, but fortunately for OBU, Monday touched it out of bounds, so that was going to be Washburn ball.
Well, Monday actually got a hand on that ball and interrupted the dribble.
Okay.
But what a steal by Trey Green. That's the second steal here in the last minute and a half.
Bison have cut down the turnovers. It was once 5-1. It's now 6-4. Green from out high, trying to cut back door. A fingertip tip keeps it. OBU basketball. 22 to shoot.
Boy, Washburn doing it on both ends. A lot of defensive touches for the Ichabods.
Green, right baseline, jumper from King. Softly hits the rim, bounds away. Rebound to Washburn. They lead. Actually, the game is tied at 26 with 8:37 to play in the first half. Monday's jumper from out high, in and out, and Orr over the back.
Yep.
Andrew didn't like it, Scott, but he had no chance. He was boxed out by 3 defenders.
That was a great call. Orr hit Paul King, who's a lot shorter. Orr on top, his armpit hit Paul King on the top of the shoulder and his right ear very, very hard.
Orr is really upset as he walks down to the end of the bench, and now he's saying something to the official on the baseline. Andrew Orr, the leading scorer of the ball game with 11. OBU can take the lead. Dooms underneath the foul line, knocks down a 13-footer, and OBU is on the high side. 28-26 Bison with 8:17 to play in the half.
And with Orr on the bench, the Bison can make a big run here.
Diefenbaugh right side. Hands it to Braun, who comes middle of the floor. Back to Carter, right front court. OBU really aggressive in this defense. And a travel out front by Diefenbaugh. They go down low to Christensen. He's going to have to play big minutes. Pump fakes, gets Freeman to the air. He throws it up and short. And DJ with his first personal foul. That's the 7th against Oklahoma Baptist, so it'll be free throws the rest of the way for the Ichabods. This will be a 2-shot penalty for Brady Christensen.
Christensen did a good job with that double pump fake in the paint. Got DJ Freeman up in the air. He had nowhere to go but land on Christensen.
Legend Barrett will come in and replace DJ Freeman. Here comes Bradley Akile back into the ball game. OBU's women, it was ugly tonight, but they win in Wichita Falls 77-73 over Midwestern State.
Wow. I checked, they were down 4 with the last minute 21.
Second free throw won't go. Christensen tried to follow his shot. Akile tips it to himself, and Bradley corrals. OBU by 1 with 7:50 to play here in the first half. Their biggest lead a moment ago was 28-26. King gets a handoff, drives, loses the basketball, goes up. Christensen blocked the shot, and the rebound to Michael Keegan. Up the right sideline, it's Bundy. He'll settle into a half-court set. Now dissects the defense, drives in, kicks it right corner, and before he does, an offensive foul. Ricky Brown took the charge.
Good job by Ricky Brown, recognizing that Jaden Monday is very aggressive going the hole. You remember earlier Monday on that fast break just drove right into the defense, made all the contact, and still made the shot. That time Brown was set up right in front of that semicircle for the charge.
Monday's first foul is team turnover number 5 against Washburn. Timeout. Back after these messages. Bison trail by a point, 28-27 on the Bison Sports Network and KGFF.
Estate planning is a crucial step in protecting your family's future. With an estate plan, you can decide how to distribute your assets, make healthcare decisions, and support ministries after you pass away. It involves some pretty big decisions, but with guidance from Water's Edge, you can plan for your children's future, give to kingdom causes, and get expert help along the way. Build a solid foundation for your family. Start your estate plan today. Visit watersedgeservices.org.
Gave you the wrong score. It's 28-27 OBU, not the other way. 7:34 to play here in the first half. Udomo, back out there out of the break. Josh, the freshman from Victory Christian Academy in Tulsa. Left wing to King. Green sets a screen. Paul got by with a carry, pulls up right circle. Good defense that time by Jaden Monday. Udomo tries to penetrate, can't. Jump passes to Akile. How many fumbled passes have we seen tonight? Green for 3, rolls it off top of the circle. Akile crashes the boards for the rebound. Loses it, goes up, missed the stick back. Rebound poked out, Green has it. To King, left side, Udomo for 3. Bang! Welcome to Bison basketball. They just outwork you.
Well, and Washburn seemed in disarray. I had so many wide open shots for the white shirts there.
31-27 Bison, 6:50 to play in the first half. Deep ball with only 2 field goals. Cross courts it to Monday. Out high, Braun's 3 rattles off, no good. Rebound to Akile. Took it away from Udomo. Bison by 4 and a chance to build on it here as we wind towards 6.5 to play in the first half.
Yeah, Oklahoma Baptist doing a lot better on the boards with that 6'8" Orr out of there. Orr's also 5 for 5 from the floor.
Udomo crosses right, gets it to Akile. He's run off the arc by Christensen, goes up and a foul. It's on the floor, but it's going to be a 1-and-1. That's the 7th against Washburn and the 2nd of the night against Brady Christensen. Udomo tonight is 2 of 2 from 3. He had not attempted a 3-point basket in regulation competition this year, meaning the 3 games that are in the statistical category.
Well, he better take that one because he was uncovered by 8 feet, nobody around, and had no problem knocking that one down.
Bradley's first foul shot is good. He'll come out. Ethan Scott will come in if Akile makes the second free throw. Lead is 5. They've trailed by as many as 7, so it's been a 12-point reversal. And it's now a 9-1 Bison run over the last 142 as Akile bags his 8th point. Dooms is going to check back in. We told you Ethan Scott is in for the first time tonight off of the bench. Freshman from Mustang, Ethan Scott averaging 2.8 points per ball game. He managed 7, including 2 3-pointers at the Babysitter in Tulsa on Saturday night. Monday penetrates left of the paint. Udomo tries to cut him out. Monday short arms the shot. Rebound to Dooms. All of a sudden, Washburn having trouble around the rim. Trey, a crossover dribble to the paint. Flips it up and in overhead. Dooms now has 6.
Did Dooms lull Keegan to sleep there? Those slow little hesitation dribble to the right, then the quick burst of speed with the left hand.
5:41 to play here in the first half. Andrew Orr in foul trouble on the bench. Spinning to the paint, Jaden Hibbett, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Washburn. And a timeout call for the Ichabods with 5:42 to play in the first half. OBU 35, Washburn 27. This is Oklahoma Baptist Bison basketball for the Bison Sports Network on Classic Hits, KGFF.
OBU fans, do you want the chance to support OBU student athletes from the convenience of your own mobile device? Text hashtag BAA at OBU to the number 52014 to support BAA student athletes. Donations are fully tax deductible, and every gift makes a difference in the OBU student athlete's life. Again, text hashtag BAA at OBU to the number 52014.
Udomo loses the handle, driving left. Turnover, Hibbett comes out of there with it, speeds back the other way, is cut off by Green. Now goes left to right, fall-away jumper, good. Jaden Hibbett from Woodbridge, Virginia, averaging less than a point a game. In for just the fourth time this year. He hadn't played a lot of minutes, but gets a good big basket.
Well, that was an outstanding play by Hibbett. He comes off his man, help side defense, and comes, steals the ball, and then scores on the other end.
Bad pass that time by King. It's deflected. Akile comes up with it to a cutter, Udomo, and he's fouled. Oh, but you just got bailed out because that should have been a turnover. Levi Braun with his first. More hustle points, though, for the Bison. 5:01 to play in the half. OBU leads by 6. They've led by as many as 8, excuse me. Udomo's first free throw, no good. OBU had made 4 straight of that line and 4 of their first 5 before that miss. Washburn has been to the line 6 times, and they are 4 of 6. Akile, who came out, went back in, now goes back to the bench for Oklahoma Baptist. Paul King, Trey Dooms over in front of us, visiting with head coach Jason Aker. Udomo's second free throw spins off. Keegan with the rebound. Josh is 0 for 3. Gonna have to hit free throws and get to play the point guard position.
There's no doubt about it. OBU was up by 8. They could have been up by 8 again, still now just 6, and now a three-pointer for the Ichabods.
Braun steps into one right wing. It's 35-32 with trip 4s to play here in the first half. Bison trailed early by 7. They led by 8. It's down now to 3.
That's a 5-point swing, just like you said. Missed 2 free throws and then a three-pointer. That's huge.
Brown right quarter to King. Paul King probes his way. Follow-away jumper, no good. Rebound on the floor, and the Ichabods have it. Picked up by Jaden Hibbett. Hibbett kicks it out left wing. Braun thought about a 3. King covers him up. Now they reset between the circles for Michael Keegan. To Monday. Jaden dancing with the basketball head of the circle. Now with a screen and roll, they dump it to Keegan for the easy bucket. Well, they run their half-court sets so well. Yeah. All of a sudden, since those 2 missed free throws, that's 5 straight by Washburn.
And those aren't even off of screens. What Washburn's doing, they'll get 2 guys down there around the block. One will cut up towards the ball. The other one act like he does, then cuts back toward the basket uncovered.
Washburn in his zone, 35-34 OBU, 3:40 to play first half. Green bounce pass to Dooms, goes up. A lot of contact. They say Hibbett blocked the shot. Monday, cross courts at left side. Braun, left corner 3 for the lead. Good that time by Diefenbaugh.
A lot of contact is right. Hibbett did not block that shot. He hit both Trey Dooms' arms.
10-0 Washburn run over the last 2:34 here of the first half, and it's 37-35 Ichabods. After OBU looked like they're going to try to take control here in the first half. Udomo with the basketball between the circles. Third matchup with Washburn for Jason Aker. He's 1-1. Josh to Green. Trey, 1 dribble, left kick out. Brown's 3 front rims, and the rebound to Diefenbaugh. Washburn has now pitched a shutout for over 3 minutes, and during that time, the Ichabods have scored 10 straight. Diefenbaugh against Green, left baseline, backs it out of the wing. 2:45 to play in the first half. Carter drives in with double team. Tried to cross court at the Bison, knock it out of bounds. 15 to shoot for Washburn. Here comes Scott and Akile back into the ball game after the final media timeout. 2:47 to play, first half. Washburn 37, Oklahoma Baptist 35. This is Bison basketball from the Bison Sports Network on Classic Hits KGFF.
At Boomerang, we are proud to say that word of mouth has filled our restaurants for over 15 years. The appeal to Boomerang covers all ages. Come and visit our Shawnee locations and you will see why we have been voted Best Burger, Best Breakfast, and Best Waitress.
Spending life wisely means taking small steps towards a life of love and impact. And we're here to inspire and empower you along the way. Spend life wisely. First United Bank.
Each team, I stand corrected, the biggest lead has been 8. OBU's most recently at 5:59 to go in the first half. Since then, the Bison have gone scoreless for the last 3:13, and Washburn has scored the game's last 10 points to build a 2-point lead. Bison shooting 54%, Washburn 65%. They'll inbound it to Keegan out high. Jaden Mundy with the basketball. Right of a screen, pulls up inside the head of the nail, back rims the jumper. Rebound pulled down by Freeman.
You talk about some window cleaning. Freeman left-handed. He was way up above the square on the backboard. Pulled that down with his right hand.
King bounces it for Freeman. Left low post. Spins around. Scores. The double team came too late. Keegan couldn't handle it.
Yeah, Freeman with 2 fouls. Been on the bench for a long time. Immediate dividends back on the floor.
Michael Keegan for 3 right side. Correction. That's Braun. It spins off. King controls the miss. 37 apiece, 2 minutes to play here in the half.
I tell you, a good block out by Ethan Scott there, giving up a lot of inches on the Ichabod.
King to Scott to Paul. They flash Akile back to King, right side to Ethan. Washburn to that zone. Akile bounces it for Freeman. It hits him, and he has to run it down to the baseline. Now to King with 5 to shoot. To the goal, and he floats one-handed and flips it in.
And his back was laying way back. It was just a great athletic play by King.
Looked like one dog at Choctaw High School back in the day. They lob it to Keegan to the baseline and a foul. Ethan Scott. That's going to be his first. Both teams are over the 7-foul limit. So Washburn will have a 1-and-1 with 1:33 to play in the half as Green will come in and replace Freeman.
I don't know what Scott was doing. Looked like he purposely fouled, just falling back into the dribbler.
Foul shot is up, and it's good by the left-hander Michael Keegan. Keegan had been 0 of 1 on the season for the Stripe before that make. Washburn has split their first 4. They're 0-1 in true road games, having lost last time out 79-70 at Rockhurst in Kansas City. Second free throw was good, and the game is tied at 39. Paul King will walk it left to right across your radio dial into the front court. He veers left, now back right. Screen and roll to Green, and he's there for the layup.
There the Bison giving Washburn a little bit of their own medicine. A nice, well-designed play, getting Green wide open in the paint.
41-39, wing left. Hibbett for 3, rattles it off. King down for the window. Minute to play first half, OBU by 2 with the ball.
King, one of the shortest guys on the floor. He goes after that rebound with aggression in the lane.
Paul King picked up by Monday between the circles. 41-39 OBU, late first half. 50 seconds to play before the break. King thought about a 3, down to Akile, straight on. Bradley's shot spins off. Monday the rebound, and he counterattacks up the right sideline for the Ichabods. Monday probes to the free throw line, is cut off by King. Out high it goes for Braun. Levi cross courts it. Right side Keegan. On the wing it's Monday, and he knocks the eyes out of a 3. Jaden Monday with 6 of his 8 from beyond the arc. Washburn by a point. OBU could play for the final shot.
Yeah, and they needed to go up on the high side going into halftime with DJ Freeman on the bench again. They missed an opportunity there. No offensive rebounding with Freeman on the bench.
Bison have yet to lead at halftime in a game this season. 5 seconds to play in the half. King cross courts it and throws it out of bounds.
Well, it was in between Ethan Scott and Trey Green, so it was for one of them. The quarterback on that was Paul King. I think King's upset that one of those guys didn't go get that ball.
6 assists already for King. That's his third turnover. Udomo spills him. Inbounds, deep and ball, left circle. He'll fire ahead of the gun. It's short, well defended by Trey Green. And Washburn will lead by a point at halftime, 42-41 here at the Noble Complex. Ichabod's 42, the Bison 41. Our halftime report is coming up next. This is Oklahoma Baptist basketball for the Bison Sports Network on Classic Hits, KGFF.
I'm attorney Jordan Klinger, partner at McIntyre Law. Before I came to McIntyre Law, I worked for an insurance company that defends cases. That experience provides me insight into how insurance companies operate. That knowledge helps me get the most for our clients. For way too long, insurance companies and major corporations have pushed around hard-working Oklahomans. McIntyre Law pushes back. If you need someone that tries cases and doesn't just settle, call McIntyre Law for a meeting at no cost to you. We are McIntyre Law and will fight for you.
Here at SCI Supply, you truly can purchase with purpose. Whether you're a university, a K-12 school, a local nonprofit, a church, or an individual, we have exactly what you're looking for. And 100% of the profit from your purchase stays here to fulfill the mission of providing vocational training, employment opportunities, and residential care to individuals with special need. So remember, how does your purchase make a purpose? By investing in South Central, the official office supply store of OBU Athletics.
Estate planning is a crucial step in protecting your family's future. Estate planning is a crucial step in protecting your family's future. With an estate plan, you can decide how to distribute your assets, make healthcare decisions, and support ministries after you pass away. It involves some pretty big decisions, but with guidance from Water's Edge, you can plan for your children's future, give to kingdom causes, and get expert help along the way. Build a solid foundation for your family. Start your estate plan today. Visit watersedgeservices.org.
First half. Leading scores at halftime for OBU, 8 apiece from Akile, Freeman, and Udomo. 7 points from Paul King, 6 in the first half from Trey Dooms, 4 from Trey Green. Ethan Scott, Legend Barrett played but did not score. Bison were 4 of 7 collectively at the foul line. Halftime, 42-41 Washburn. Scott will be back with some first half numbers in a moment. This is OBU basketball for the Bison Sports Network on Classic Hits, KGFF.
Oil change for tubes, engine and transmission repair, shiny good stuff. It's fully equipped to handle all your maintenance needs in a timely and efficient manner. At Boomerang, we're proud to say that word of mouth has built our restaurants for nearly 20 years. The appeal of Boomerang covers all ages. Come and visit our Shawnee locations, and you'll see why we've been voted best burger, best breakfast, best wings. Visit Dennis Morris, your Shawnee State Farm agent, for all your auto, home, and property insurance. Located at 4400 North Kickapoo. Pinecliff Printers is proud of its partnership with OBU. Bring needs, visit Pinecliff Printers, 1815 North Harrison Street, right here in Shawnee. Visiting students can keep up with their finances day or night using Keeper Federal Credit Union's convenient online service
5:10 on the Bison Sports Network. Home conference opener a week from Saturday, December the 3rd against Northwestern. Tom just broke the news to me. We will have a meal, and it will be my favorite.
On Saturday.
On December the 3rd. Yes.
We do have a home game this Saturday, women's game.
We won't have it then. We're going to have it December the 3rd.
Well, ask him nicely.
Here we go. Washburn with the ball to start the second half. There's popcorn upstairs. Vincent with it. Left wing side for Keegan. The Ichabods go left to right. Orr backs down against Freeman. Goes up and short arm it. DJ with good defense. Didn't force anything with 2 fouls. Bison have it off the rim and a chance to retake the lead.
Yeah, because that's a danger zone when Orr gets that ball down there right there on the left block. He does all those spin pivots, and Freeman just kept his body between Orr and the basket.
Green drives baseline and a foul. No, a violation against Ricky. Stepped on the sideline.
Well, Orr's going to be careful on defense as well as Freeman. Both of them have 2 fouls, the big men.
19:17 to go, and a ticky-tack foul out front of the other end against Paul King. That's his first. First against the Bison here early in the second half. 42-41 is their score. 19:21 to play in the ball game. Diefenbaugh to inbound the basketball. Vincent with it out front. Jordan looks, fires it left side for Braun. Against Green with 9 to shoot. Skipping across the floor, Vincent. Left side again to Braun. Levi angles to the foul line, misses short, or the rebound. Kicks it back out to Braun. One dribble straight on for 3, and he got it.
That's one of those extra shots. You have Andrew Orr going to get that. Usually DJ Freeman comes around that time. He didn't get up off his feet in time.
Braun 2 of 6 with that make from 3 coming in. He was 9 of 16 for the season. Bison down by 5. They cut Akile backdoor. Green finds him. Now he goes to work against Orr, ducks around him, and lays it in. What you need to do is go right at Andrew Orr and try to pick up that third.
Yeah, and that's why Andrew Orr did not try to block that shot from behind because of the 2 fouls.
45-43 Washburn. Right corner Diefenbaugh. Pump fakes, goes around Green, loses the handle. Brown can't come up with it. Diefenbaugh spins one in and out for the left corner. Rebound to OBU. That thing did all but stay in the cylinder. Paul King, right circle. Out front, Akile, back to Paul against the Washburn man-to-man defense. 2 minutes into the second half, Washburn by 2, OBU with the basketball. Paul King, foul line extended in front of his left wing. Drives to the baseline and cleanly hits a jumper.
Well, that was tough with Connor Diefenbaugh, 6'3", both hands up in King's face. King, he can't be much more than 5'10".
5 straight for OBU. They've drawn even at 45. Jordan Vincent with it out front to Braun. He drives in, gets it left wing side to Keegan. They run kind of a wing out front. Now it's Keegan for 3, and he got it. Michael Keegan in double figures with his first 3 of the night. 48-45. Washburn from three-point range, 6 of 13 with that make. The average 8.5 makes per ball game. Freeman to the goal and a blocking foul. And DJ's going to the free throw line. Connor Diefenbaugh called for his first.
Well, that was the whirly bird by DJ Freeman outside the left block. Goes up with the left hand, circles down around his waist, back up on the right side in the middle. Diefenbaugh being called with the block.
DJ tonight at the stripe is 2 of 2. OBU in the first half was 4 of 7. Washburn 6 of 8 from the stripe. Udomo and Dooms about to check back in for the Bison after this free throw by DJ Freeman. Left-handed sophomore eyes the basket and rolls it in. Akile and Green are going to check out of the ball game. Well, this would be a great in-region win over a well-respected program that had their 30th 20-win season last year, won 22 ball games. DJ second when it's clean, and it's a one-point game, 48-47, 17-17 for the conclusion. Orr handles the inbounds pass. The big guy brings it to the front court, hands it off to Diefenbaugh. Those are the 2 leading scorers for Washburn coming in. There are only 2 double-figure scores. Connor moves right. It's hedged by Dooms. Now it's Keegan to Vincent. Bounces it right, low post for Orr. Orr had it knocked out of his hands. Freeman dives, and it's knocked away again by Keegan, and now a tie-up, and that'll be a Washburn turnover. OBU has the arrow. Even had it been Ichabod basketball, Scott, they only had 6 left of that possession.
Well, that was an outstanding play by Paul King to come down because Andrew Orr, 6'8", got the ball inside the right block right there. King comes off his man and punches that ball loose from the big man.
Not the largest crowd, but not bad, especially considering the students are away for Thanksgiving break. Udomo, Dooms, foul line extended right wing against Michael Keegan. Trey drives baseline, goes up and under. That's his patented move. Dooms now with 8, and OBU is 6 straight to take a 1-point lead.
And that's the second time tonight Dooms has done that hesitate dribble like he's going slow and then explodes underneath the goal, reverse layup.
Keegan cross-courts it for Connor Diefenbaugh. Back to Michael. Right side for 3, Braun, and that one is too strong. Rebound, long rebound to Ricky Brown. Bounces behind the back into the front court for Paul King. That'll settle into a half-court set. Paul King dancing with the basketball, spinning, falling away. Almost got it to drop for the right elbow. Freeman with a rebound, goes back up, and he's fouled.
Ooh, that's on Orr.
That's the third on Andrew Orr with 16:03 to play here in the ball game.
Good job by Freeman to go after Orr, but boy, I tell you, that was a break for the Bison. Orr had both hands up. Looked like Freeman initiated all that contact.
Washburn has gone scoreless for the last 135. During that time, OBU's hit 3 of 4 from the field. And DJ Freeman will go back to the line, and he rattles the first one home. He crawled it across the front of the iron, then it rattled home. Here comes Brady Christensen in. Checking out is Michael Keegan, also going to the bench, Jordan Vincent.
Brett Ballard's keeping Andrew Orr out there with 3 fouls.
They're going really tall with both Christensen and Orr out there. DJ Freeman to build the lead to 3. He would make it 8 straight for the Bison, and he does as he hits the free throw. So Freeman now with 12. That is a season high for him. He did have 18 to Oral Roberts. Had those stats counted, as I said in the pregame show, that would have tied for the second most in his young Division II career here on Bison Hill. Diefenbaugh runs the baseline, just checking in. Monday handles the pass. Back to Connor. To Monday. Monday with only 3 to get it across midcourt. Christensen throws it away. Trying to kick it across the floor. Brown with the interception. Great pressure by OBU.
Beautiful trap. You had 3 men trapping 2 guys down on the baseline, and then Brown comes back with the interception right at the half-court line.
Udomo with the basketball between the center circles. Angles left. Now it's Green. Hands it to Dooms. Left quarter. Pump fake by King. Goes to the goal. Whips it across the floor. Brown's corner right 3 short. Rebound tipped by Josh. And Udomo can't control it. Diefenbaugh has it up ahead left side. Mundy, and it's knocked out of his hands by Ricky Brown. A great hustle play by the transfer from Valdosta, Georgia.
Brown almost had that with the left hand. Swiped it away from Monday. Just tipped one more bounce and went out of bounds. If he just had another foot, he would have saved that.
Akile checks in after the timeout. 15:22 to play. Oklahoma Baptist 51, Washburn 48. This is Bison basketball for the Bison Sports Network on KGFF.
OBU fans, do you want the chance to support OBU student athletes from the convenience of your own mobile device? Text hashtag BAA at OBU to the number 52014 to support BAA student athletes. Donations are fully tax deductible, and every gift makes a difference in the OBU student athlete's life. Again, text hashtag BAA at OBU to the number 52014. For more information, log on to obubison.com. At Boomerang, we are proud to say that word of mouth has filled our restaurants for over 15 years. The appeal to Boomerang covers all ages. Come and visit our Shawnee locations and you will see why we have been voted Best Burger, Best Breakfast, and Best Waitress.
Todd Miller, Scott Wattish, Bob Easley, the crew. Happy Thanksgiving Eve from Bison Hill. 15:22 to play, 51-48 OBU, Washburn basketball. A correction, Andrew Orr did not get called for the foul earlier. That was instead on Jordan Vincent. Quarter 3 off the inbounds, no good. Rebound saved inbounds by Freeman and a foul. Christensen has just picked up his 3rd. He knocked Paul King to the floor.
Boy, that foul's 80 feet from the basket, too. Great job by Freeman saving that tip ball. is going to be off the Bison. Wing tips it back to a teammate.
15-10 to play in the ball game. Bison by 3. They trailed a moment ago by 5 to start the second half. Hand off to Dooms, left wing to King. He'll fire a 3. Short. Oh, no, it hit the rim and bounced in the air and went down. It's a shooter's touch, and Paul King has 2 threes.
It was short, but it just bounced forward somehow.
Levi Braun with it. Washburn now down 54-48. That equals OBU's biggest advantage of the night. Christensen cross courts it against the zone. They work it to Orr the baseline against Akile. Bradley spins him. Orr gets deep, throws it up and in, and he'll get it and one.
Now on the floor.
Nope, they're going to call it on the floor. Washburn wanted the foul and the basket. They'll only get one, and Akile has his first personal.
I guess the official thought there's too many bumps, and then Akile's going to get the foul.
Second foul of the second half against OBU. They've equaled their biggest lead of the ball game of 8, 54-48, 14-27 for the finish. Jaden Mundy against Paul King, works elbow left. Now it's Orr straight on it. He knocked down the jumper. This kid's a sophomore, and I really like his game. He can hit the mid-range jump shot, and he can really work down low. 54-50. That ends scoring drought of 9-0, or a scoring run of 9-0 for OBU.
Yeah, 17-footer for Orr, 6'8", shoulders perfectly square to the rim.
King for 3, again missed it short. That almost carried him back in. Rebound tipped out, controlled by Levi Braun into the forecourt left side. Diefenbaugh right side to Jaden Munday. Munday with 14 minutes to play in the ball game. Dances, now it's Christensen. Pump fakes right wing, drives baseline. Akile cuts him off, tried to shovel in the paint, gets it to Orr. Orr left to right, back right to left, and he missed the jumper. Dooms sneaks in to tip the rebound, and off the floor he picks it up.
That's a good rebound by Dooms because Christensen was all over Dooms' right shoulder. It was hard for Dooms to grab it. As a matter of fact, the ball bounced down to the floor. He picked it up.
OBU being out-rebounded by 6 tonight. Dooms into the body at the other end of Diefenbaugh, and he throws it in off the window. Trey Dooms with 4 in the half, 10 for the ball game. It's 56-50, good guys.
That's just one guy. I'm glad he's on our team. Once he gets in the paint and those double pumps, they're always going in off the glass.
Diefenbaugh angles right. Now we'll fire between the circles for Christensen. Left side, Jaden Munday. Lob at left low post for Orr. His jumper rattles off, no good. Rebound tipped by Washburn. It wouldn't go from Connor Diefenbaugh, and then OBU has the retrieval. Bison 7 minutes into the second half, lead by 6 for the basketball.
There's a jumper by Orr on the left baseline that looked like it was down and just popped out.
King to the goal, draws a double team, kicks it left corner, Green, bang! He knocks the eyes out of a 3. Time out, Washburn. 12:47 to play, second half. Bison 59, the Ichabods 50. This is OBU basketball for the Bison Sports Network on Classic Hits, KGFF.
I'm attorney Jordan Klinger, partner at McIntyre Law. Before I came to McIntyre Law, I worked for an insurance company that defends cases. That experience provides me insight into how insurance companies operate. That knowledge helps me get the most for our clients. For way too long, insurance companies and major corporations have pushed around hardworking Oklahomans. McIntyre Law pushes back. If you need someone that tries cases and doesn't just settle, call McIntyre Law for a meeting at no cost to you. We are McIntyre Law and will fight for you.
Here at SCI Supply, you truly can purchase with purpose. Whether you're a university, a K-12 school, a local nonprofit, a church, or an individual, we have exactly what you're looking for. And 100% of the profit from your purchase stays here to fulfill the mission of providing vocational training, employment opportunities, and residential care to individuals with special need. So remember, how does your purchase make a purpose? By investing in South Central, the official office supply store of OBU Athletics.
Sizzling to start the second half. They've hit 6 of their first 9, 2 of 4 from 3 for the ball game. 59.5% Bison field goal shooting. Washburn 3 of 10 for the second half, still 50% for the ball game. And I was wrong, Scott. OBU out rebounding Washburn by 7 boards, 21-14. Bison have allowed just 2 offensive rebounds for the Ichabods that have 5 themselves. Second chance points even at 5.
That's great, and those offensive rebounds came very at the early portions of the game where the Ichabods, when they had that lead.
Full court pressure. Washburn turned it over 2 possessions ago against this. They clear out Jaden Mundy against Udomo into the front court. With the left hand, he angles to the wing. Now they'll pop out Jaden Hibbett. Out high, Diefenbaugh drives and Dooms from behind, swats it up against the glass. Bison with the rebound, out and running. Washburn gets back. OBU will settle down. leading 59-50 with 12-12 to play in the ball game. During the timeout, Jason Aker told his team, guys, it's 0-0. Don't worry about the score right now. Paul King had it knocked out of his possession, gets it back. Udomo against Monday left wing with 10 to shoot. Josh Angles top of the circle. Right side with it is Dumas. On the baseline, Akile, and he dribbles it and loses it. Dooms picks it up. Steps through a double team, trying to draw a foul, and it's a shot clock violation. As much as trying to draw a foul, he was just trying to get a shot off.
Well, that's outstanding defense by Washburn. Had Dooms sandwiched right there. Dooms had nowhere to go with that ball.
Jordan Vincent comes back in, turnover number 10 for OBU, and we get a timeout. It's the under 12 media timeout with 11:59 to play. Second half, the Bison 59, the Ichabods 50. This is OBU basketball presented by the Bison Sports Network on Classic Hits KGFF.
Estate planning is a crucial step in protecting your family's future. With an estate plan, you can decide how to distribute your assets, make healthcare decisions, and support ministries after you pass away. It involves some pretty big decisions, but with guidance from Water's Edge, you can plan for your children's future, give to kingdom causes, and get expert help along the way. Build a solid foundation for your family. Start your estate plan today. Visit watersedgeservices.org.
Visit shopobubison.com, the official online store of Bison Athletics. Browse their tremendous selection of officially licensed OBU shirts, hats, jackets, much more. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Todd Miller, Scott Wattish, Bob Easley, the crew. Happy Thanksgiving to our friend back in studio. Always love having Bob on the other end of the broadcast. 59-50 with 11:59 to play in the ball game. Michael Keegan holds it above his head on the baseline at the west end. Gets it to Vincent, one-on-one against King. Paul being very physical. Vincent into the front court. Brett Ballard wanted a foul called against Paul King. Right side is DeJohnny. Back to Vincent, left side to Keegan. Keegan, left corner. DeJohnny will put up a three. It's an air ball. Rebound to Paul King. Zaid wasn't even close. OBU can build on a 9-point lead with under 11.5 to play.
Great recognition by King. Seeing that's an air ball. He drives from the free throw line to pick that up before Ichabod gets there.
King whips it across the floor. Ichabod's in his zone. Doom's going to be fouled out high by Keegan, who was gambling for a steal. And that is his first. Fourth team foul of the second half against Washburn. 11-19 for the finish. 59-50. Scott, you going to eat a King's ransom for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, my mom, she really is a good cook. We're going to have I guess you call it the King's ransom, turkey, potatoes, pies.
If you're eating at Carol's table, I can promise you it's a King's ransom. Dooms holds his head above ball above his head right side. Now it's Akile. Skips it to Paul King for three, no good. Rebound out of Trey Dooms. Dooms cut off right of the paint. Needs some help, gets it to Akile. Backing down against Orr. Goes up one-handed, missed it short. Ichabod sealed for the rebound, and it's an over-the-back foul. Called against the Bison. It's on Akile. That's Bradley's second. Only the third here in the second half against OBU with 10:50 to play. 59-50 Bison.
Yeah, really an unnecessary foul. Akile had no chance of getting that ball or tipping it to anybody. Behind three Ichabods, he just slaps the ball over the back.
Vincent with it between the circles, angles left, top of the key is Hibbett. Jaden gets to the goal, lays one up and in. Physical move by Jaden Hibbett to get his first second half bucket. 59-52. Washburn has really struggled for points. They only have 7, Scott, since they came out with 5 straight to build a halftime lead to 5.
Hibbett putting the ball on the floor, going on the left side of the lane with that double pump off the board. He had that big basket with the steal and then the jumper on the other end in the opening half.
Good bounce pass to Brown. Bounces it to Akile, fumbles it. Tell you what, OBU's been sloppy tonight handling their passes. As you say, not good receivers. Jordan Vincent to the goal. Freeman with a big-time block. Hibbett with the rebound. Shot clock has not reset, and Hibbett going to the paint has it knocked away. Freeman up ahead to King against Vincent. Good job by Vincent. Should have forced a turnover. Looked like a double dribble. Instead, it's a three, right wing by Brown.
Nice follow through by Brown. Yeah, I thought that King picked that ball up and then dribbled again. No call. Kick out to Brown downtown.
Washburn already 0 of 1 against the GAC this year. They lost to Henderson State on a neutral floor 79-73, and a foul has been called. They've called the foul on Paul King after OBU looked like they had a steal and a breakaway layup. That's the second on Paul King. Dooms will check out. Akile will come out. Udomo is back in along with Trey Green.
Well,
First, go ahead.
Team fouls even at 4. You had Brett Ballard get upset early. That time Aker, he turned around in disgust.
62-52 with 9:15 to play. Vincent lobs it to Orr, sliding to his left, squares up, back rims it, hit the side rim, rolls off. Orr tips the rebound. King has it, alley-oop lob for Udomo, and it's slammed home. Timeout, Ichabod's. Holy Toledo, 9:04 to play. Oklahoma Baptist has built the lead to 12. We'll pause for these messages on the Bison Sports Network and Classic Hits, KGFF.
I'm Noble McIntyre, and I'm a trial lawyer. But that was not my original plan. I went to Oklahoma Baptist University, and law school wasn't even on my radar. And then, one day it was. Why? Sometimes those with more power than others abuse that power. Instead of doing the right thing because it's the right thing, they do the wrong thing because it's profitable. An innocent victim is victimized again. They feel helpless and voiceless against the multi-billion-dollar insurance company. I saw it happen. I watched a family member suffer as the system left them feeling helpless and voiceless. I am not helpless, and I do have a voice. And for my clients, when the fight comes, the insurance company pulling strings in the shadows doesn't face a powerless victim. They face me. For way too long, insurance companies and major corporations have pushed around hardworking Oklahomans. McIntyre Law pushes back. If you need someone that tries cases and doesn't just settle, call McIntyre Law for a meeting at no cost to you. We are McIntyre Law, and we will fight for you.
OBU currently over the last 127 Dog on a 5-0 run, part of a 9-4 spurt over the last 8:35, and they have the game's biggest lead for either side of a dozen.
How about that play by Paul King? I know he had the perfect alley-oop pass, but that rebound, he outran 2 Ichabods to the ball.
Hibbett leans in an offensive foul. Trey Green takes the charge on Jaden Hibbett. It's all coming undone right now for Washburn.
The ball bounces off that previous play that I was talking about, off the rim, a little bit deep toward the free throw line, gets out to the top of the key. With King's speed, he runs out past 2 Ichabods, tips the ball to himself. It's 2-on-1, alley-oop, and big dunk.
10th turnover forced by OBU. King attacking right, got by with steps, lobs it right corner for Brown. Brown has it knocked away, runs it down, back to Paul, drives baseline. Defender falls away. King fades, missed the jumper. Rebound tipped up. Trey Green to the floor. Feeds it to Udomo. To the goal, and he's fouled. Oh, no, they're going to call an offensive foul against Josh. That's his first. Love the hustle, though, by Oklahoma Baptist.
Oh, great play by Trey Green again. He's everywhere. A loose ball. Look like 2 light blue shirts are going to grab it. Those 2 hands come out between those players and dumps it off. But then good defense by Washburn taking the charge.
I was looking at the numbers today. This is career game number 82 for Trey, a 4th-year junior with 1 year of eligibility if he so exercises. Averages 3 points a game. He is the most valuable 3-point-a-game scorer over 82 games I've ever seen.
He is extremely valuable. That's an understatement.
Vincent through the top of the key, moves left, hangs, hit the side of the backboard, but he's fouled. And Jordan Vincent is going to go to the free throw line. And right now, OBU is just suffocating the Ichabods on defense. Ricky Brown with his first.
Well, Jordan Vincent, he's a redshirt freshman handling the ball a lot. He dribbles high. He's 6'4", doesn't have the speed. He's getting away with a lot of push-offs.
Jordan Vincent's first free throw is good. He has all 3 of his tonight for the line. Hit goes in. Udomo is out along with Ricky Brown as Trey Green comes back in. Green is a prime example of looking at stats solely on a stat sheet doesn't mean a thing.
have a double technical.
They've called one on the bench, and I think
and one on King.
One on Paul King. So somebody was saying something for the Ichabod bench, and Paul King responded. And King will pick up his third. So really, Scott, that hurts OBU a little bit more than it does Washburn because the technical counts against Paul King.
Yeah, and that's going to be a personal foul on King. Yep. Paul King's such a great competitor. You see that a lot after he makes a shot. He looks over at the bench. I remember at Oral Roberts Saturday night, he would look over there and somebody's laughing at him, and he kind of gets into that dialogue sometimes.
Team fouls even at 6 now. Vincent hits the free throw. And so they're offsetting. There are no free throws attempted. Washburn with a 2-2-1 three-quarter court press. Trey Green gets it across midcourt with 2 seconds to spare. Out pops Paul King of the Bison logo, center circle. We're under 8 minutes to play from Shawnee. It's a 10-point game. Trey Green, right corner. Trey Dooms, spins and just throws it away. He was looking for DJ Freeman and then a whistle. And did the ball go out of bounds? It did off Washburn, so OBU gets a break. OBU led a moment ago by 12. It's down to 10. The largest deficit that Washburn has overcome to win a game this year, 10 points against William Jewell. Timeout with 7:45 to play. It's the Bison 64, the Ichabods 54. This is OBU basketball for the Bison Sports Network on KGFF.
OBU fans, do you want the chance to support OBU student athletes from the convenience of your own mobile device? Text hashtag BAA at OBU to the number 52014 to support BAA student athletes. Donations are fully tax deductible, and every gift makes a difference in the OBU student athlete's life. Again, text hashtag BAA at OBU to the number 52014. For more information, log on to obubison.com. At Boomerang, we are proud to say that word of mouth has filled our restaurants for over 15 years. The appeal to Boomerang covers all ages. Come and visit our Shawnee locations and you will see why we have been voted Best Burger, Best Breakfast, and Best Waitress.
Leading scores for Washburn, Orr with 13 and 3 rebounds, 11 and 5 rebounds for Michael Keegan. Their leading scorer is Connor Diefenbaugh. He has just 7 on 3 of 6 shooting. OBU with 5 in double figures. Freeman and King with 12. Akili, Dooms, and Udomo each with 10. They stayed with the call as they looked at it. Shot clock at 1. Freeman tries to go up. He was hammered by Michael Keegan. And now there's some confusion because the shot clock went off. Washburn wanted to play on. There was no whistle.
I'm just glad that DJ Freeman doesn't have a bloody nose. Keegan, both elbows right in the face of Freeman. No call. You're not going to hit the rim with a shot like that.
During the timeout, they reviewed it to make sure that it was the correct call. It was off Washburn. It was last touch for the Ichabods. So that's the reason OBU had it, but they had just a few seconds and were unable to get the shot off. That's turnover number 14 for the Bison. Coming in, they average 15.3 a ball game. Their turnover margin through 3 games is +1. Tonight it is -3. Jordan Vincent into the front court. Ichabod's down by 10 with the basketball. Keegan sets a screen. Jordan moves right, turns the corner. Dooms cuts him off, and they call a foul and a reach against Trey.
Now, Dooms did reach, but at the same time, I talked about Vincent before. He's pushing off with that arm. And then so Dooms, when he comes over the top, that arm is pushing him, and it looks like Dooms has the reach in.
7th foul of the half against OBU. One of the officials down visiting with Brett Ballard. Ballard 106 and 51 in his 6th season in Topeka. Vincent hits his 5th point, all for the foul line. So the Bison have gone scoreless for the last 100 seconds. Since then, it's a 4-0 Washburn run, all for the foul line from Jordan Vincent. King gets the inbounds pass to Dooms, cross-courts it to Green. They easily beat the press. Trey Green attacks to the goal, cross-courts it. Dooms thought about a 3. That's just not his shot. He's only put up 6 threes this year. Trey looses the handle, drive it in, dives, keeps it alive. Akile has it right front court. 10 to shoot, still plenty of time with 7 to play. Paul King steps inside the arc, long two back rims. Trey Dooms battles for the rebound. Jordan Vincent has it. One dribble up ahead to Monday right side. Right wing, Braun for three, no good. And a push underneath.
That's a good call.
DJ Freeman has just picked up his third personal foul, or is that the third against Akile?
Yeah,
and
you
it's
don't
on
know.
Bradley.
Okay. Yeah, Akile. Akile shoved a guy in the back when that ball went up.
That'll be the 8th against, or make that the 9th against OBU, so the final 1-1 for the Ichabods tonight as Bradley checks out. Ricky Brown is back in. Free throw by Keegan is good. Connor Diefenbaugh has been quiet tonight. Told you has just 7 points in 28 minutes. Averages 31.8 minutes of playing time per ball game. And Keegan rolls the second one off. Washburn now 11 of 14 with that pair at the free throw line. The lead down to 7. It was 12 a moment ago thanks to 5 unanswered by the Ichabods. Paul King into the front court. Freeman sets a high screen. Now they double the basketball. Freeman gets it back to Paul King. Out of control. He goes into the paint. And a foul call. They just bailed Paul King out.
Well, Monday is really aggressive, and Monday hit him in the back, knocked him a little off balance. But you're right, King was kind of out of control there.
Second foul against Monday, 7th against Washburn. So it'll be a 1-1 for Paul King. First time to the line tonight. In 3 games, Paul King, the Alcorn State transfer, is 8 of 10. First foul shot is up, good. Boy, this guy's a good player. First time I saw him was in the scrimmage at UCO, and he has a chance to be really, really special during his time here on Bison Hill.
Yeah, big free throw, 6:29 to go. Oklahoma Baptist 65-57. Crunch time right here in the stretch because Washburn's picking up full court every play now.
Washburn was picked 4th in the MIAA. By comparison, Missouri Western was picked 6th. Second King free throw is good. That stops the bleeding. Puts the lead back to 9, 66-57 with a tick under 6.5 to play as Paul will go to the bench. And Udomo comes back in. He's joined by Freeman, Green, Dooms, and Brown on the floor. Washburn right now with Diefenbaugh, Vincent, or Christensen, and Monday. Monday's trap. Cross courts it to Jordan Vincent. Left wing side for Brady Christensen. Down to Vincent, dribbles through the top of the key. Right side for Jaden Monday. To Orr. Orr backing down against Freeman. To a cutting Vincent. Spins, goes up, and Udome blocks the shot out of bounds.
Boy, that makes it tough to shoot in the paint when you got defenders coming from all over, blocking shots from behind. That's the second time a Bison's done that tonight.
Udomo has his second block of his freshman season, and Freeman intercepts an underthrown pass. Washburn gives it away on the 12th turnover. 66-57 OBU. Ichabod still shooting 40% from the floor. Green for 3, got it right side.
Wow. That was good defense by Brady Christensen, who's 6'7". He was way up all over Green. Green just put a little extra arc on it.
Orr down low, gets 2 of the 3 back as he lays it in. Orr's been quiet in the second half. That's only his 5th point after halftime. Alley-oop lob, and Freeman slams it home.
What a pass by Ricky Brown with the left hand way out here here on the left sideline, right in front of the rim. Freeman up with the two-handed flush.
Timeout, 5:27 to play. Oklahoma Baptist 71, Washburn 59. This is Bison basketball from the Bison Sports Network on Classic Hits KGFF.
Spending life wisely means taking small steps towards a life of love and impact. And we're here to inspire and empower you along the way. Spend life wisely. First United Bank.
Jaden Mundy into the front court, throws it away, intercepted by Dooms, who saves it back in bounds. Bison now with a stranglehold of this one with 5:05 to play, leading by a dozen, 71-59. King pressured in front of us by Mundy, bounces it to Dooms, to Freeman right front court, now to Green between the circles. 10 seconds to shoot, under 5 minutes to play in the ball game. Right side, King turns to the three, drives, draws contact, throws it up. This time they don't bail him out, or with a rebound. Up ahead to Monday, speeds through the top of the key, left to right. OBU gets back.
Yeah, you're right. King was strong with the basketball, but forcing some things. There's nothing there. Good no call by the officials.
Vincent, a lob pass to Orr, left baseline, works around King, a layup, no good, but a foul. I didn't see much contact at all, but they've called a foul against OBU. And Steve Hudson, one of the assistants, is barking to the official from just down to our left.
Yeah, and what's bad about that, that was the C official, the opposite side of the court. So the lead official is only standing 3 feet from it. He passes, and the trail official on the other side, on the same side of the court, he passed. But the C official on the backside called the foul.
Third foul against Freeman. At the line is Andrew Orr, and he hits the free throw. Orr's 2 of 3 at the line. Just to cut it back to 10 points. Second one is up, and it's good. Andrew Orr with 2 more points has 17 in 25 minutes to go along with 4 rebounds. Bison 71, Washburn 61, 4:17 to go. Paul King working between the circles, left side, Green. On the baseline, Freeman. Orr jumps up in his face. DJ slips, and they're going to call a foul on Orr.
Well,
yeah, that's the third, I believe, on Andrew Orr.
I like that call because the first time Orr hit Freeman really hard to cut him off baseline. Otherwise, Freeman's got a dunk. He let that one go. Then the lesser bump hits again, and then they called Orr on that.
DJ Freeman has 14 points tonight, 6 of those at the line where he's 6 of 6. Bison 10 of 13 for 77%. It would be their best free throw shooting evening of the year. Christensen is replaced by Levi Braun on the floor. Freeman pounds the dribble, spins the basketball. First free throw is on the way, good. 72-61, Oklahoma Baptist. Bison have a tough one at 4th-ranked West Texas A&M, 3rd straight year. The Bison will visit the Buffs in Canyon. It's a 2 o'clock kickoff. You can watch it on the Lone Star Digital Network. Second free throw is good. We'll be here for the women against Cameron. OBU's women are miraculous. Come from behind. Win today, 77-73. They trail by 15 in the 4th quarter at Wichita Falls. Vincent around an Orr screen. Throws one up, hit the side of the backboard. Paul King the rebound. 4 minutes to play. 73-61 Bison. King with a yo-yo dribble just inside the half-court line. Jaden Mundy comes out. Now King gets a little bit of a rub, goes to the block and slipped, and it's going to be a travel.
King is really good off the dribble. He's got that speed, but sometimes when he tries to stop or lean in, forcing the issue a little bit, that time the feet come out from under him for a walk.
Timeout, 3:44 to play. Oklahoma Baptist 73, Washburn 61. This is OBU basketball for the Bison Sports Network on KGFF.
I'm attorney Jordan Klinger, partner at McIntyre Law. Before I came to McIntyre Law, I worked for an insurance company that defends cases. That experience provides me insight into how insurance companies operate. That knowledge helps me get the most for our clients. For way too long, insurance companies and major corporations have pushed around hardworking Oklahomans. McIntyre Law pushes back. If you need someone that tries cases and doesn't just settle, call McIntyre Law for a meeting at no cost to you. We are McIntyre Law and will fight for you.
Here at SCI Supply, you truly can purchase with purpose. Whether you're a university, a K-12 school, a local nonprofit, a church, or an individual, we have exactly what you're looking for. And 100% of the profit from your purchase stays here to fulfill the mission of providing vocational training, employment opportunities, and residential care to individuals with special need. So remember, how does your purchase make a purpose? By investing in South Central, the official office supply store of OBU Athletics.
Our next men's broadcast, the conference opener. A week from Thanksgiving, December the 1st, in Weatherford against Southwestern. 5:30 and 7:30 for the conference opening double dip. Still 3:40 to play in this one. OBU trying to beat an MIAA team for the second consecutive time in the Division II era. And Freeman with a cross-court interception to the goal. Finger roll is good.
That is an outstanding play by Freeman. He's left-handed. He steals it with the left hand, then goes around the defender, the safety, with the right hand off the board.
DJ's 18 tonight will count, and a near turnover. It is a turnover for Washburn. This pressure by OBU has just eaten the Ichabods alive.
Yeah, and I think that's going to do it. OBU up by 14 with 3:18 left.
Washburn will bust back to Topeka. They will do so with a record of 2-3 in just 3:11. Bison by 14. It's the largest lead for either side tonight. Paul King against Jaden Mundy. Picks his dribble up, bounces it left front court for Freeman. Guarded by Orr, flips it now to Trey Green. To Dooms. Dooms slip, loses the handle, picked up by Braun. Up ahead it goes for Keegan. He cross-courts it. Monday's three, no good. Rebound tipped by Green on the floor, picked up by Brown.
Good blockout by Green on Keegan. Keegan hit him hard, knocked that ball away. Otherwise, Green would have pulled that rebound down.
Bison plus 10 against an Ichabod team that was nearly 2 boards better per ball game in their first 4 than the opposition. This is a team that won 75-46 against Augustana on a neutral floor earlier this month. Paul King to the baseline. Veers back right, 7 to play. 7 to shoot. He'll fire a long 2. Front rims and off, no good. Or the rebound to Monday. Monday with it 2-on-2 around Green to the goal, scoops it up and in. Despite the best efforts of Trey Dooms.
And King coming back. King rushed back to prevent the alley-oop, but what a play by Monday, going strong with the right hand on the left side.
2 minutes exactly to play in this one from Shawnee in the Noble Complex, 75-63. Paul King pushes a pass to Dooms, middle of the floor, right side, the handoff to Green. Trey Green, guarded by Braun, cross-courts it. Brown's three, little too strong. Rebound to Monday with 1:46 to play. Jaden into the front court, cross-courts it. Braun, right corner, Keegan. Pump fakes, goes to the goal. Wanted to posterize Freeman, and on the one-handed dunk, he hit the side of the rim. OBU has it, and they lead by 12, and the Bison win a timeout.
Well, Keegan's 6'7". He's left-handed, and he tried to dunk it with the right hand going off the side. So his stronger side was the left side, and he came up short. Little rim rejection, ball right down to the floor.
Just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here with $1:35 to play. OBU looking like they're going to improve to 2-2 before a visit to 4th-ranked West Texas Saturday afternoon in Canyon at 2. If you're thinking what I thought when Jason told me he was going there for a 3rd consecutive year, don't worry. The Buffaloes will return the game next year. That is in writing, and Jason says it has a fee attached to it if they elect not to come to Shawnee.
Well, so they still might not come. Just dish out the dough, baby. We don't want to go down I-40 from
I don't think that's going to
Amarillo.
look very good if they do. My money is that Tom Brown finally comes here to the Noble.
Well, he has to. I mean, just integrity. It should be home and away, home and away. It's just standard to do that because fair, especially on teams that are as quality as Oklahoma Baptist.
I agree with you. 75-63, but it is hard, even at Shawnee, to get teams to come here and play. That's why this 2-game stint against Washburn and Missouri Western has been important. Trey Green, top of the circle, curls around the key. Right corner for Brown. Back to Green, 5 to shoot. Trey down the paint, flips it out left. King looks at a 3, back rimmed it. And the rebound to Trey Green. He'll pull it back out to Akile. Now to Brown on a cross-court pass, left wing. 1 minute to play from Shawnee. OBU's going to beat Washburn tonight and go to 2-0 against the Ichabods in this home-and-home series. Green bounces it down low. Akile back to Trey. Bang! He rattles another one home. Trey Green with 3 huge three-pointers in the second half has 13, and it's 78-63. Bison to the goal. Diefenbaugh, short arms, a layup. Rebound to Freeman. 40 seconds to play.
Yeah, Diefenbaugh got his steps mixed up there. He started out long, then went short, and he didn't know what he was going to do. He was coming down, and it was a bad shot.
Paul King slowing it down, a difference of 15 of the shot and game clock. Under a half minute to play. OBU will head to Canyon with a record of 2-2. Washburn will go home with a record of 2-3. Trey Green handles a bounce pass. Tried to drive it and poked out of his hands by Monday. Or has it, 15 seconds to play. Kick out to Braun for three, it's no good. Well, they just have really gone cold in the second half. Brown the rebound, and that'll do it. Green to King, 5 seconds to play. The crowd starts to stand, and OBU will have a 15-point win tonight over Washburn here in Shawnee. 78-63 is the final score. What a win for this OBU ball club.
Huge victory. You know, Oklahoma Baptist, they even it out. You throw out the exhibition game at Oral Roberts, 2-2. Got a lot of confidence going, a lot of momentum going, despite that setback at Oral Roberts. But playing that Division I team, I think it gave the Bison even more confidence, knowing that they can play with anybody.
Tell you what, this is a good Washburn team, one that had throttled 18th-ranked Augustana 75-46. They were picked fourth by both the media and league coaches in the MIAA. They're coming off yet another NCAA tournament appearance a year ago. Tonight, though, it's all OBU after they erase an early 8-point deficit, and they win 78-63. The postgame show is coming up next. This is OBU basketball for the Bison Sports Network and Classic Hits KGFF.
Estate planning is a crucial step in protecting your family's future. With an estate plan, you can decide how to distribute your assets, make healthcare decisions, and support ministries after you pass away. It involves some pretty big decisions, but with guidance from Water's Edge, you can plan for your children's future, give to kingdom causes, and get expert help along the way. Build a solid foundation for your family. Start your estate plan today. Visit watersedgeservices.org.
There you go. There you go, Paul. That is good, team.
Beats Washburn 78-63. Have point guard Paul King with us tonight. 5 of 18 from the floor, 2 for 6 from downtown, 2 for 2 from the line, 9 rebounds, one of the shortest men on the floor, 14 points, 9 assists. That's pretty much a complete game, Paul, right there.
Appreciate you.
So you take a lot of pride, not just dribbling and passing. You want those 9 assists. And one thing that you do such a good job about, there was a rebound come off the rim out to the free throw line. You outran 3 Ichabods, tip that up, you guys get a bucket on the other end. You got to take pride in that hustle.
Yes, sir.
So what about your teammates? They come back and compliment you the same way?
Yes, sir. It's vice versa. You know, we want to play as a team. Coach was on us all week, you know, about transition and getting rebounds for all the guards. So that's what I had on my mind, you know, transition and getting some rebounds for the team. Not only that, you know, DJ Freeman and Brad and all them other guys trying to get rebounds, they need some help down there. So I took pride in that and wanted to help out.
And you did. You helped out a lot, especially when DJ Freeman had 2 fouls down early in the first half. You came down and picked a pocket of an Ichabod, knocked the ball away, help with the big man. But you play strong. They list you at 5'11", you might be 5'9". You know the truth. But you play strong no matter where you're at, and I'm sure you take a lot of pride in that as well.
Yes, sir.
You guys started out 0-2. You beat Missouri Western here. Go to Division I Oral Roberts. Get within 5 in the second half. And then this win. It seems like you guys are playing with a lot more confidence now.
Yes, sir. Start off 0-2. You know, we didn't get down. We knew it was a new team that Coach brought in, and new guard, new myself, and we stayed together as a team. We won against Missouri Western. Once we won them, we knew we was gonna have to play a tough game, a Division I game, or Roberts. We knew we had on our mind that we was gonna go over there and win, but we fell short. But we didn't take a day off. We didn't say get down on ourselves. We came next day in practice. We worked with Coach Ake. Really was on us. And we knew we were gonna have to come out tonight and push through it. 1 day prep to get ready for this game. So that's what we did well.
Washburn, they beat a 18th ranked Augustana, so that is another big non-conference national win for you guys before you get into conference. And you mentioned that, Coach, you got a new team, so what you're saying is you still have a little bit more time to gel, especially with you being a guard, dishing out the passes, guys knowing where they're going to be on the floor?
Yes, sir. I kind of hold that to me as a higher standard to knowing my teammate, what they like to do, what's their strong suits, and what their weaknesses is. Not only do I want to, we all want to compete and win, but when I'm out there, I want to make sure everybody's happy. Not only that I'm happy, I put my team first. As long as they getting their shots up and doing what they do, I'm gonna back them up and make sure they look good as well on the court.
Outstanding, great game, Paul. Paul King, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 14 points. Oklahoma Baptist defeats Washburn 78-63. This is Bison basketball. Classic Hits, KGFF.
Welcome back here to the Noble Complex. Todd Miller, the crew of the postgame show, where Oklahoma Baptist has beaten a good Washburn team tonight, 78-63. Jason Aker will put the headphones on, and we'll talk to the victorious head coach of the Bison, who win number 76 here in his 116th game in Shawnee. Bison are now 44-8 under Aker in this building as well. Coach, congratulations. You guys took a real shot from Washburn at the opening tip and somehow managed to stay in the ball game. Had a lead by 8 in the first half, trailed by 1 at halftime, trailed quickly early in the second half, and then just took control.
Well, Washburn, not only do they have a heck of a team, but they have a first-class program. And so what we've put in front of our team. We've gotten to play them. Coach Davis and I got to play them in our first game ever as Division II coaches way back when with Antonio, and they beat us. We got to play them there last year, and so this is the third time. This is the first time we've had them in our building. But not only do they go to the NCAA tournament every year and they're a factor in our region, but they're first-class people. First, you can tell the kids that they recruit. That's what winners look like. And so as we're building our new team and staff, MSU Moorhead, Washburn, very similar programs. And so, you know, whether depending on how much improvement we've made since opening weekend, we just keep putting in front of our guys. Our schedule is what it is. And so the great thing about our schedule is that it lets you know where you are. And so you can tell that we've improved since opening weekend. It sure is going to be great here very soon when we get Nigel back. But I was proud of the growth that we had defensively. You're not going to be able to turn Washburn over a ton, but we got just enough turnovers. We had a lot of guys contribute. I thought Bradley had his best game. I thought Ricky, I thought Josh, again, really helped us. I thought our returners, Trey Green was our heart and soul outside. DJ was our heart and soul inside. Thought Paul King, we really challenged him the last few days. He's really good with the ball, and he's really good guarding the ball. We really challenged him with the other parts of the game. Used Burke and Jarius and Rashad as examples of rebounding guards. And so what I love about Paul is he responds. He got him 9 rebounds. And so he's a prideful kid. And so we're keep indoctrinating him into how we do things, but he's fun to work with. And I was really proud of the people in the community that came out with all the OBU people being on Thanksgiving break. But it was a good win. Whether we would have won or lost, we're just on that road of trying to improve our team.
How good was Trey Green and Akile in terms of shooting threes? I thought those two had 5 big three-point baskets during that run in which he completely took control of the game in the second half.
10 threes, my guess would be. I don't know what the Oral Roberts stats would be, but 10 of 19 from 3. I thought we took good threes. I thought maybe Paul took a tough one. But we took good threes. Our guys have been working on their shooting with Coach Hollis. We made timely shots. Josh, 2 for 2 from 3. Trey Green, 3 of 4. You know, after opening weekend, we played 80 minutes, and Trey Green, I think, played 60 or 70 minutes, and I think he took 1 shot. And so I think his mom talked to him to start shooting a little bit more because we need him to – he's in a different role than he's ever been. And so he was exhausted at the end of the game. And what I love about having returners like him is our guys get to see that's what a champion looks like. After the game, they're exhausted. They have given everything that they've given, and they'll go to bed and they'll come back tomorrow and try to improve, no matter the result. And I thought DJ Freeman was big time.
Yeah.
And I thought Bradley scrapped out some boards as well.
Yeah, Freeman has really come into his own in just the last week. I mean, against Missouri Western here last week, and then at Oral Roberts had 18, finished with 18 today and 7 rebounds. He really is becoming the player, the dominating player that we all know that he can be.
Well, DJ, you know, the last 3 days, whatever we have set up with individual workouts and practices, DJ has asked the coaching staff if he could get extra workouts. You can see that he's on that. He wants our team to do well, and he also is on that path to his individual development. But wait till you see DJ when Nigel gets back. Nigel is chomping at the bit, ready to go, and DJ can't wait for him to get in there and help him. All of our guys can't wait to get him back, and then Caden will get back inside. But I was really proud of our scout team. Ty, Riley, Bike, Nigel, believe it or not, is on scout team. Caden. You know, this is the first game that we've gotten to actually have enough film where we actually did a preparation like you would do in January or February for a league game. And so we put our guys through that. They had a good last 3 days. But, you know, whenever you push your team and push your young people to improve, and you really you want to see them see the fruits of their labor. And that's not always the case as a coach or a parent. But it sure feels good and it sure feels right in your heart when you get to see them say, hey, we worked on that, and I got to see it come to fruition out there. It's when it's such a great encouragement of connecting the dots, because there's so many more areas that we have to continue to improve. We're still in November, right? This is November basketball. And so we know all the great teams that are waiting for us in our league. We got one more crack at an unbelievable program in West Texas A&M to finish off our non-league. And so we're going to go down there. We're going to have a good Thanksgiving and give it our best shot, and then get all of our players ready to go for the 22-game GAC schedule. But we got all kinds of versatility, different guys. I just want to see them keep improving. And so if this win encouraged them to show back up tomorrow and the next day and keep watching tape and keep doing individuals, I want to see where this team has a really high ceiling. And I think we all see that. And I think we all know how good Nigel Wilcox is.
All right, I got one more question for you. You know this, I know this. Some people understand this, but not everybody. How important has it been for your program the last, let's say 5 or 6 days, to have two quality opponents like that come to Shawnee, make long drives, to come here and play you on your home floor? A lot of Division II schools have to go out and buy home games, and they're against non-Division II opponents. Most of these games, a Missouri Western or a Washburn, are played on neutral courts. What does that say, and how important is it for your program to have this opportunity?
Well, to continue, we're still a very young Division II member in all sports. And so to truly be eye to eye, and the new guys don't understand this, and we've explained it to our new staff, is that we had a lot of staff members and a lot of players fight for a lot of years for us to get good home and homes. We have home and homes this year with Washburn, Missouri Western. We brought MSU Moorhead and Wayne State to our building last year and returned it. We have West Texas A&M coming back to our building next year. And so scheduling's a part of building a program. Obviously fundraising and recruiting and building a fan base, but like scheduling, you have to get to a place where, there wasn't a lot of great home and homes out there for us when Josh Davis and I got here. But because of all the boys, the administration and all the boys that we've had, their hard work, I feel like there's programs in our region, in the Lone Star, that will consider doing a home and home with us. And we're very thankful that Washburn did the 2 games, and Missouri Western did the 2 games, and West Texas did the 2 games. But you got to keep building. There's definitely different levels to go to, but just really proud of our guys they got better this morning, they got better yesterday, and I felt like we improved again tonight. And so there's a journey of 1,000 miles still waiting on us, but the steak will feel good tonight, and we'll get our guys some rest. And if anybody's listening to this, we just, on behalf of our program, keep praying for us. We want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And we look forward to getting our fans back. Our next home game is, I believe, our second game in the GAC. We go to Southwestern on that Saturday, but that following Saturday, I'm trying to think who it is. Northwestern at home, I think on December the 3rd. December the 3rd is when the students will be back. So if you're listening, December 3rd is the next time, and we'll have a new look. We'll have another all-conference level winner in Nigel Wilcox. And so awesome day. Really proud of my guys.
Congratulations. By the way, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. I know this is going to be a hard one for you, but you're going to have your basketball family and your mother here as well to celebrate, and hope you enjoy the holiday.
Thanks, Todd. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Jason Aker, head coach of Oklahoma Baptist, visiting with us here on the Postgame Show. We'll take a break, have a statistical recap of this one next. This is OBU basketball for the Bison Sports Network on Classic Hits KGFF.
I'm Noble McIntyre, and I'm a trial lawyer. But that was not my original plan. I went to Oklahoma Baptist University, and law school wasn't even on my radar. And then one day it was. Why? Sometimes those with more power than others abuse that power. Instead of doing the right thing because it's the right thing, they do the wrong thing because it's profitable. An innocent victim is victimized again. They feel helpless and voiceless against the multi-billion-dollar insurance company. I saw it happen. I watched a family member suffer as the system left them feeling helpless and voiceless. I am not helpless, and I do have a voice. And for my clients, when the fight comes, The insurance company pulling strings in the shadows doesn't face a powerless victim. They face me. For way too long, insurance companies and major corporations have pushed around hardworking Oklahomans. McIntyre Law pushes back. If you need someone that tries cases and doesn't just settle, call McIntyre Law for a meeting at no cost to you.
Final numbers of this one tonight. Oklahoma Baptist beats Washburn of Topeka, Kansas, 78-63, 55% field goal shooting, 20-51 for OBU, 10 of 19 from three. Bison also were 10 of 15 for a season best 80% for the free throw line. The Ichabod shot 57% of the first half, only 6 of 24 after halftime. Finished 42%, 22 of 52. The Ichabods were 6 of 19 from three, 2 of 9 of the second half. Washburn got to the line 16 times and made 13. OBU with their biggest rebounding margin of the season, 33-21. They doubled up the Ichabods 8-4 on the offensive glass. 17 turnovers for OBU, 15 for Washburn. Washburn had 15 assists on 22 made field goals. OBU assisted on 18 of their 28 baskets. 10 steals tonight for OBU, 7 for the Ichabods. 2 block shots for Washburn, 4 for Oklahoma Baptist. Points in the paint, 32-24 OBU. Points from turnovers, 18-16 Bison. Second chance points, OBU by 2, 8-6. Fast break points, 6-0 OBU. Bench scoring, Oklahoma Baptist wins that one, 20-15. Largest lead of the ball game come with 54 seconds to play in the ball game. OBU by 15. Washburn came out, really hit OBU with the right cross early, led by 8 with 16:43 to play in the ball game. Bison would come back, take a lead into the late stages of the first half. Washburn would rally, lead by 1 at halftime, but the Bison plus 16 of the second half, and they win at 78-63. Unofficially tonight, OBU has 6 players in double figures. DJ Freeman, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 2 block shots. Those 18 points for DJ are tied for the second most in his Bison career. 14 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds, and 1 steal for Paul King, who flirted with a double-double tonight. 13 points, 4 rebounds for Trey Green, 10 points apiece from Bradley Akile, also Trey Dooms and Josh Udomo. Udomo was really good, 4 of 4 tonight, 2 of 2 from 3 in 14.5 minutes of play. The only other Bison to score tonight with 3 points was Ricky Brown. He pulled down 3 rebounds, had 1 assist and 2 steals. Washburn tonight finishes with 3 in double figures, 17 points, 5 rebounds from Andrew Orr, 12 points, 5 rebounds from Michael Keegan, 10 points, 2 rebounds from Jaden Mundy off of the bench. Their leading scorer, Connor Diefenbaugh, one of 2 Ichabods that had scored 10 or more in all 4 games coming in, held to 7 tonight on 3 of 7 shooting, 1 of 3 from 3. He pulled out 2 rebounds, 2 assists in a losing effort for Washburn. The rest of their scoring, 6 points and a rebound for Jordan Vincent. He had 1 assist, 1 steal. 6 points from Levi Braun, who was just 2 of 12 shooting, and 4 points from Jaden Hibbett off of the bench. He had 1 steal and 1 block shot, and 1 point tonight from Brady Christensen. That came from the foul line, where he was 1 of 2. In the assist department, OBU led by the 9 of Paul King. Washburn was led by the 6 assists from Jaden Munday. OBU got 4 block shots, 2 of those from DJ Freeman. Block shots tonight from Christensen and Hobbit for Washburn in a losing effort. 78-63 is the final. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up here and not take another break. We'll bring Scott in. Scott, your final thoughts on, tell you what, this is a heck of a win. To beat Washburn, period, is a good win. But to handle them in the second half the way OBU did and win going away is very, very impressive.
Oklahoma Baptist starting out a little bit slow, like you said, down 8 early in the first half, but hammering teams in the second half. Missouri Western they took care of. Of course, at Oral Roberts they got within 5, lost the exhibition, but I think that helped OBU's confidence despite the loss. How about 54.9% field goal shooting? DJ Freeman, untarnished 5 for 5 from the field. Trey Green, 5 for 7. Trey Dooms, 5 for 7. Joshua Udomo, 4 for 4. When you get that kind of shooting, that's when you're going to get these lopsided wins, and hopefully it'll carry over into the league.
Let's hope it carries over to Saturday, a 2 o'clock game against West Texas A&M, the 4th-ranked Buffaloes out in Canyon. No radio for that broadcast. You can watch it on the Lone Star Digital Network. We will be here at 1:30 for the women against Cameron. OBU's women a big come-from-behind victory today. They trailed by 15 points with 7 minutes to go and rallied to beat Midwestern State in Wichita Falls tonight, 77-73. So our next broadcast Saturday afternoon here, Noble Complex against Cameron, 1:30 the tip-off, 1:10 our pregame start. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving. I guess you're staying home, not flying all over the place.
We're home for a while.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there as well, and to our producer-engineer, Bob Easley. Final score, final time, Oklahoma Baptist 78, Washburn University 63. For Scott Wadish and for Bob Easley, I'm Todd Miller, wishing you and yours a happy Thanksgiving and good night from Shawnee.